you. There I go, turn the page.
Good evening, everybody. I know it's a little late, but it took me a while to get everything set up, and I've been busy all day today. There's a few things I want to get out here. I want to sit there and tell everybody, if it wasn't for our military and the people standing up today on this date for 9/11, I want to sit there and give tribute to all you vets and soldiers that are out and still in. I want to say thank you for keeping us safe and keeping us protected and doing what you have done and what you keep doing. I want to say thank you. I got a little tribute video I want to play real quick for you guys, just to show you my thanks. This was me and a couple other people. We got together and we did this. So I want to play it real quick, and I want to thank all you soldiers.
This land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me.
I want to say thank you to all our military and everybody that's been in it and that is still in it and still fighting for us. That's also a tribute to the 13 military soldiers that died in Afghanistan, protecting us, trying to get our people out of there, is what that was for. But I figured it would be the perfect time to play it for 9/11, for everybody to realize that wasn't for them to keeping us safe, we wouldn't have the freedoms and stuff that we have now, or be able to put on a show like we're doing tonight. So I want to thank everybody that's stopping in, that has come in. Let me see. What do we got over here? We got Mr. Hicks. What are you doing, sir? What's up, fellers? There's my buddy Chris from Florida. What's up, Christopher? What's up, brother? I hope you're keeping kind of cool down there, because I know it's going to get hot. And it's good to see you, brother. I'm glad you stopped in. You're actually hanging out with me tonight, because I actually got a good show coming on. We're going to be talking across the board. We're going to be doing driver talk. We're going to see what's going on with drivers. We're going to be talking about the 9/11 stuff a little bit. We're going to be talking to a couple of people I have in backstage right now that we've been talking, that deals with these lovely ladies that are back here that are dedicating their time in efforts to help out. And Mr. Hicks, you are welcome, sir, and salute you, sir. Yeah. What's up, Mark? Mark, there's our old buddy Mark. What's up, Mark? That's it. How you doing? We're doing good, brother. And Mr. Rick, how you doing, brother? We are here. We are here. We are going to be talking about a lot of different ranges, and then we're going to have, like a driver roundtable. We're just going to let it fly. I have the link in the pages. If you go to Left Lane with Lefty, you see the StreamYard duck. All you got to do is click on it, join in, and you can come in. I can put you on the show. You could talk, or you could do like someone I got now that's going to be on here in a few minutes. You don't have to have your camera, but we can hear you. Either way you want to go. Anybody can sit there and join. You can't hear me. Can y'all hear me in the background? Y'all can hear me? All right. Mark, it might be on your end, brother. It might be on your end that you can't hear me. You might want to check your volume or your connection, brother. Yes, sir. Doing good, brother. You doing okay? Yes, sir. I'm doing okay. I got some issues going on, but I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just letting everybody know I am here. And I will probably explain that a little later on during the show why here lately has been a couple shows not been showing, and I haven't been doing them on the dot. So just to let y'all know. What's up, Joey? What's up, sir? How you doing, sir? Glad to see you coming in, seeing you joining in. Appreciate it. So as I said, I'm going to go ahead and jump in this. I'm going to have these lovely ladies come in real quick and let them know what's going on. So let me switch back over to the other side of the board, and I'm going to play the little intro so that way they can be recognized for what they are doing. And it's right, where'd it go? Right here. And we have Miss Della Hoover. Well, how you doing, Miss Della Hoover? How are you?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I am doing good. I am doing good. I couldn't
I
ask
am
for anything
blessed.
better from the Lord, but let me be here. And that's
That's it.
where I'm at. I am here.
Too blessed to be stressed, brother. Too
That's right.
blessed to be stressed.
No, I thought it was what was it? Blessed mess. I think that's what you called yourself.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
saying,
still a
just
blessed
saying.
mess.
Yeah, well, we know this. We know this. So how you doing? What's up
I'm
tonight?
wonderful. I am sitting here in Baltimore waiting to go get this relief load. We are going to go Washington, D.C., over to a bar, pick up, we're going to load a trailer. Then I'm headed to the pilot down near Charlotte on the, hold on, I had it written down here, bub. Lord have mercy. I'll be in I-40 and 85 split at exit 152 at the pilot there in Melbourne, North Carolina to finish picking up the load. And then I think I'm going to have another pickup in South Carolina. We haven't got anything in concrete yet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm headed to Houma, Louisiana.
Good, good. I am. So what got you into this? I know you did a live a couple of days ago, and I know we talked,
Yes.
and I told you this is your open forum for you to say what's going on. But would you like to recap on it and let everybody know what got you to do this relief? And this is for trucks with room to spare, right?
Yes. Yes, it is. Um, Me and Shelly's been talking for a couple of years now, and I was always a company driver, never had a chance to do anything. Now I'm not a company driver, but I drive for an owner operator, and the owner operator is really awesomely cool with this. Um, so I'm taking this relief load down there, and I'm just honored to be able to help out. I mean, I know I'm only one driver. I'm only one grain of sand in the big picture of things. But, it's like I tell everyone, one grain of sand, one smile, one helping hand can make a difference in somebody else's life. And then it's going to, the domino effect's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's and my granddaughter reminded me of something when I was home a couple of weeks ago, because I'm always telling her it's not what people can do for you, it's what you can do for them.
Yes.
And my 9-year-old granddaughter said, Nana, it's not what they can do for you, it's what you can do for them. Shit, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
heard that. I've known Shelly for a few years here too. And me and her, we got connected back a while back, and we're actually in a group that she had, and she turned it over to me. Um, and we sat there and talked many and many a times over what was going on in the group, what we had going on, what was going on at that time, which is totally different than what's going on now. But she's a really, really sweet lady. She's really done a lot for this industry. And my thing is, she called you and you told your boss what?
I told my boss that I'm going to Houma, Louisiana.
And they said, "What are you talking about? We ain't got no load for you to go to
Yeah. I said,
Louisiana."
nah, it's not no load. It's a relief load, and I'm doing it. And she looks at me, and I was on the phone with Shelly when it happened. That's exactly what I told her. I'm taking this load to Louisiana for Shelly for trucks with room to spare. That's exactly what I told my dispatcher.
Nice, nice. And they were all for it afterwards after you told them what was going on.
Yeah, I mean, we explained to them what was going on, and they were all for it. And I mean, it takes, you have to stand up. Like, oh Lord, that man just about lost his trailer. I'm sorry.
All right. So basically, what
But
you're saying is drivers need to start, if they want to help out, they need to start
yeah,
standing up to the, well, and I don't mean overthrowing their power, but
no, no,
standing
no.
up and saying, "Hey, we need to do more for the people, and we need to help out for a cause, or what can we do to help out for a cause?"
Well, Charles, back when my daddy was driving, because I'm a fourth generation truck driver. When
Yes.
my daddy was driving, okay, the Hustler out of Tampa, Florida,
Mm-hmm.
you would have trucks lined up at the Louisiana line back then,
Mm-hmm.
begging to get in. I've seen it. You know, I mean, that's exactly what would happen then. Nowadays, it's not like that, and we need to take that back, because without truckers, this world's not going to move.
Yeah.
It's not going to
People ain't gonna be
happen.
able to and they're not gonna get the help that they need. I got
Right.
someone else I need to bring in here. I'm gonna bring her in. Well, hello, Miss Shelley.
Hi, Charles. How are you?
I'm doing good here. I know you're driving, so I won't try to occupy too much of your time.
Ah,
But
that's all right.
so, so you and Della worked together on getting on this load, and she says she sat there, was on the phone with you, and told her dispatcher, "Hey, I'm going to haul this relief load, whatever. We're going to do it."
Yeah, I was kind of shocked by it. I'm thinking, okay, whoa, yeah, that was a bold approach, but it worked. But yeah, it's true. I've been told by so many companies that if their drivers don't express an interest in participating in something, they don't know it's there, and they don't know the drivers want to help out. And and the more drivers that talk about it and that they want to help, the better. The
Mhm.
majority of drivers that that we deal with are small companies or owner operators who recognize the tax savings, the tax deduction benefit of helping along with helping the communities. Whatever you'd have charged us to haul that load in, we give
Mhm.
you a receipt, and I don't say how much that load's worth. You do. You
Yeah.
tell your tax people how much you lost by doing that. But it's also, you got to remember this: one pallet can help hundreds. 2 to 5 pallets can help thousands. A whole trailer can help a community. And it's, if all you can haul is one, hey, you're going to impact hundreds of people in a disaster area. And
Yeah.
it's not just, you're not just helping the group that you're hauling into, because it passes through them to the people that need it, the families, the children. And some of these families are truck drivers' families.
Yeah. And they
There's a
are.
lot of us out there.
Well, you
And
figure you got
yeah, these drivers can't get home,
yeah.
and they
Well, you
would
got Glenn.
appreciate.
Well, it's like Glenn Clay. He was he let me know that he was staying down there. Well, when we were on the show the last time, he sat there and said he
Yeah,
was riding it out with his dad because his dad couldn't go anywhere.
right.
But I just seen an update on him just a little while ago, and he showed a picture that he was going to be driving a garbage truck, which I doubt he's going to be doing that. But and if he is doing that, then that means he's trying to help out his own community and trying to do the
There
work.
you
So
go.
I mean,
There's a lot of cleanup.
we do know drivers that are down there. Now hold on real quick. I got Dennis. Mr. Dennis Hicks got a question for Shelly.
Okay.
Question for Miss Shelly. Do you ever get asked about equipment or things of that nature for relief?
Equipment, as in,
As in,
yeah,
Flatbed
I
step
mean,
deck.
I'm all the time asked, do I got access to tankers, water tankers, things like that. Like right now, I've got a trailer for a search and rescue team in Philadelphia that's only about 13 feet long. That
Mhm.
needs to go down to New Orleans or Houston, however close we can get it, because the search and rescue teams use it to haul their supplies in after a search, after the storm.
Yeah.
Uh, we have needs for all kinds of equipment, um,
I think
the
I think Dennis's question um, was more for a more like if you got people down there on the first response leading like loaders, mini excavators, stuff like that for clearing up the
always,
area for them to get in.
always, yeah, always.
Well, there you go, Dennis. I will get a chance and I'll give you Shelly's number and you can call her and you can talk to her about it, Dennis, and she can let you know more on the information on that. I know we can answer some of it here, but I know more of it, they can get into more detail with you on that. And Mr. Rick, I want to say you have a good night, sir. Um, Good night. I got to go for now, but I'll talk to you later. Have a good evening. Yes, sir. We will talk to you later. Mr. Michael Paul Warner, I appreciate you stopping in, and good evening, sir, to you too. Don Hall, I see you popped in there. Glad to see you out here too. I got some things I want to work with you on, John. I got to get with you tomorrow. Just got to send me a reminder so I don't get sidetracked. But like I was saying, Kelly, I said this on the show. Well, actually, on Della's live.
Hmm.
I'm gonna try to get some more whatever Della can send me. And like I said, I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna do footage. I'm gonna do at least a couple of 2 or 3 minute videos and do them up, so that way we can get more publicity for you out there, and then we'll get some more stuff to put in there for information so they can get a hold of you and contact you. I'll put that in the videos when I get a chance to do it.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Hey, not a problem. I mean, the last one we just did, like I said, you had over 20,000 that it reached, and I'm hoping quite a few of those will actually reach out and help you. And that's what we're here for. Is
I'm only one. I'm only one person. We're a small organization. More people, it's algorithm, everything messed up. So the more people that come on and that share our information, the more we can expand, because there's a lot of drivers and companies and other nonprofits that don't even realize that we're here.
Yeah, and that's what I'm here for. I want to try to get you out there as much as I can, put you in all the groups that I have and all the different pages that I run, so that way you're getting there, and then we'll pay to boost the ads, so that way you will get more views and everything else to get it going. Let's see. John said he says that's all right. Good, John. I'll get, like I said, I'll get with you. Just remind me, because I do forget, and my mind's running in different places. As Dennis Heck says, I will be in St. Louis on Monday. If there's anything in that area within 300 miles. So what he's saying is, Shelly, if anything is in the St. Louis, Missouri area, if you have something that's going down.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I
will. Dennis, you just stuck yourself in the foot on that one. But,
as a matter of fact, the stuff I'm picking up here up north, I'll be back in Evansville on Monday if he wants to swing through. But where is he going? What part of Louisiana?
He's not going to Louisiana, but he's going to St. Louis, Missouri. He'll be there to unload his equipment Monday.
Oh, okay. If I have any equipment going down that way.
Or
okay.
Anything, or any equipment or anything that could be on a pallet.
Yeah, I just got like 20 boxes.
So maybe he might be able to stick that in his truck or whatever.
Go down.
Yeah. Something that he can work on. But I'll get him your number, so that way you all can work that out.
Sounds good.
Let's see. What do we got? I'm missing things here. Let me get back up here to John. John says, somebody in Texas had a couple pallets of charcoal. They got refused. I told them to get a hold of Shelly with trucks with room to spare. So John Hall's helping you out too. He's trying to get, they got, I guess, a couple of pallets or a couple of bags or whatever of charcoal, which is
okay.
That's
thank you.
So John Hall's told them to give you a call, so they'll probably be giving you a call on that.
Okay, thank you, John. I appreciate it.
And as Michael says, roaring to get back to chasing the end of that long white line. Just had a little setback. One contact lens fell out and accidentally stepped on it and it broke. And two, find one piece. So, all right, Michael. All right, I appreciate that. Yeah. We'll get you taken care of. Yeah, I can't wait for you to get back in the truck.
Charles, I have a question.
Down the road. Yes, ma'am.
I want to know something. Why is it that, I mean, what would we have to do to get truckers to step up to the plate and help more? What would we have to do? What's stopping people from helping? What is it that me and Shelly can do that would, besides getting our name out there, what is stopping people from helping? No, these are not paying loads. I realize that. But it's a tax write-off at the end of the year, which is a blessing. So I'm curious from your audience, what is stopping people from helping Shelly with this? Why are we not?
Some of it could be company policy that they can consider company policy. But it's a lot of them sitting there going, well, we really ain't got time to relieve a truck, or we can't afford to send a driver down there to not get paid for his mileage. You know, if a driver wants to do it on his own and do the relief and sit there and go, hey, I want to do this. I want to donate my time. Why can't you donate the truck? I don't see why they can't. But I'm thinking the problem a lot of these drivers are running into, it's companies. It's the companies or the dispatch. Or the
Well, you have a lot of
not giving it
yeah.
to the higher ups.
Well, you have a lot of companies that have sealed loads. We would never ask anyone to break a seal on a trailer. That's a big time no. If you have a sealed load, you know, you can do. Cheryl Pollard hauled a whole pallet of water in the cab of her truck.
Yep,
I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it, but she did it, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and it's one of those like this here, the boxes I'm picking up. It's 20, 15-pound boxes with hygiene products in them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, little things like that doesn't take up a whole lot of space, and heck, I can probably fit most of that in my headache rack. But
Yeah.
you know, it's little things like that that they can help with. I think it wasn't last year, it was year before last. I had a box that was 12 inches tall, 24 inches long. It had coats in it. I think it weighed a whopping 25 pounds. Coats for kids that have been affected by Hurricane Michael in Georgia. I could not get anyone to pick that box up and set it in their passenger seat and take it into Florida.
Wow.
But, you know, and it is, a lot of it is companies, you know, won't let their drivers participate. But, you know, a lot of it is there's owner operators out there that can make these decisions. And with them, a lot of it is I've been cussed when they call me and ask me what a load pays. I'm not a freight broker. I'm not a freight forwarder. I'm a nonprofit. I work with churches, small community groups, cities, small nonprofits. I work with big nonprofits. I've worked with the United Way. I've worked with the American Legion. You know, these are organizations that cannot afford to pay $7 and $8 a mile like FEMA's paying to go into a disaster area. But that does not make what they do any less important. They are the ones that are there before FEMA gets there, before the Red Cross gets there, and they will be there long after FEMA and the Red Cross leaves.
Yep.
These are the people that will climb on your roof and lay out the blue tarp. They will help you clean your yard. You know, and it's like Della said, I've been driving for almost 30 years. When I started driving, you know, a trucker broke down on the side of the road. There was 5 or 6 trucks sitting there pulling parts out of the side box. And you know what's bad? Is the linemen do it. It doesn't matter what company you work for. If you're down there in a disaster area and a truck breaks down, everybody's working on it.
Yeah.
And you know, we've lost our brotherhood. It's gone. It's gone. And until some people's, you know, we've lost humanity. We've lost the human aspect of our industry. And until we find that and realize that we're human and they're human, everybody's human, and everybody, you know, we got to help people.
Yeah. Well, it's like Mark Upset says right here. If I wasn't crippled, I would take a load center for you.
I know, hon. Thank you.
But I'm crippled, but I would love to meet y'all, especially Charles and Shelly. So he would like to meet us, but you know, it'll take some time, Mark. When I can get a chance to head that way, it's a little rough right now for me to just jump up and run. But yeah. And then Michael says he would love to be in on a relief effort, but it's hard for him because he's been sidelined at the moment. See, and that's another
Right.
thing.
But you know what? Even if you're sidelined, you can still collect supplies for drivers to haul.
Yeah.
If you can't haul, do a food drive. Get with your local church. Get with your company. Go, hey, let's get toys. Let's get food. Let's get stuff like this. Gather it up and donate it. Give us a call. We'll haul it
Yeah.
for you.
Which that makes sense. Yeah. There you go. There's just something
There's,
you can think about, Michael. I mean,
yep, there's
just
so
get
many
something like
ways you
that.
can help.
Well,
I mean, it's
I'll
like
let you
me.
guys.
What's that, Della?
I
Go
said
ahead,
I'll
Della.
let the cat out of the bag.
But
Shelly is trying to find people to open up like warehouses in their communities where
Yeah.
she can network with them. That would be something definitely him and his wife could do.
Yeah.
we're wanting to expand nationwide where drivers, they
We'll
have
have a drop
refused
off center.
products.
Yeah.
Right. And it would just make more sense to be manned by retired drivers' wives,
Yeah. That does make
people who
sense.
understand the industry.
Yeah. So that way, if you
And
had an area, you could have them back up to a dock. If it's just something small, they can unload it right there, and you can put it inside the building.
exactly.
That,
So
that,
we're
that
wanting
makes
to partner with individuals that want to volunteer their time. For now, for starters, I mean, we got to start somewhere, and we want to work with them to try to secure donated warehouse space or at least storage space. I'm working with the relationship with U-Haul right now,
mm-hmm.
and hopefully we can get some climate controlled storage for people that we can't find warehouses for,
That would be nice.
where we can store some supplies, and then when a
Mm-hmm.
disaster happens, we're ready.
And as Dennis says, at the end of the goodness of your heart has to be the main factor. He's right.
Yes.
It's for the goodness out of your heart to do it. Two, you. I don't know what the deal is with some of these companies, and I'm not trying to play the devil's advocate because the way I come across, I did, and I'm not trying to play that. But I know there's drivers out there that want to step up, but I know some of them, the company owners, are like, "Nah, we ain't got time for it. That truck's got to roll, make money. Things are getting rough." And really, it ain't getting rough right now. It's actually a good market to be in right now, but.
I'm making money hand over fist. I pull flatbed.
Yeah.
I haul coils. Okay. This is a driver's market. Always has been. At this point, the last 2 years, it's developed more. They need us worse than we need them.
Yeah.
And drivers can use that as leverage to get, you already use it to get how much money you want and the benefits that you want. Why not make these companies step up and give back?
Yeah. And you're right. They need to. A lot of them, I hate to say it, a lot of them's become like our government. They think they got more than that we need them more than they need us.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. If it wasn't for us, they wouldn't be where they're at. And they wouldn't have gotten as big as they did if it wasn't for drivers doing what they do.
Exactly. And sometimes these companies have to be reminded that their drivers are human and they have feelings and they want to help. And if you have a group of drivers in your company that wants to help, go to the top. Tell them y'all want to help and that you think that they should let you. That's every company I talk to. Well, if the drivers that come to us and tell us, I don't think we have anybody that'll do it. Really.
Yeah, I got two more I'm going to bring in that want to kind of join this conversation. So I'm going to bring them in so they can join in right with us. Hello, Mr. Justin. And hello, Mr. Shane.
Your mute's
Hey, Shane.
Yeah.
Kelly, you're muted. You need to take your mute off. You're muted. No, he's still muted.
No, I'm not muted.
Oh, there you go. Now you're good. Now we can hear you.
Yeah.
So, you're hauling a load to where, Kelly?
South Louisiana.
And you're hauling
Where to,
an
hon?
excavator?
Yeah. Hauling an excavator.
And where you
Thank you.
at now?
I'm in Texas right now. I've been broke down for 2 days.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, he had a chunk in his rear end go out.
Yeah. My planetary blew out. And
Ugh.
to have a whole rear end put in the truck. Had to have an output shaft, output bearing, all of that put in. I finally got it finished today. So I'll be in South Louisiana Monday with this machine. And I'll drop it off, check on my daughter and some of my family, and then I'll turn around and go back to Texas and grab another one and bring it back down again.
Yeah, they're in the cleanup phase right now.
Yep.
They really are.
My daughter and them's got a generator. They're starting to get power back over there in St. Tammany Parish. But down there where Glenn lives at, there's still a lot of people that don't have power. And
Reports it could be up to 30 days.
There's some people that they're talking longer than that.
Yeah.
I want to go check on my daughter, make sure my house is okay, make sure, she's okay. And check on some of my family to make sure they're all right. And then I'm going to turn around, go grab another machine, come back down, drop it off, turn around, and then I'll grab something out of Louisiana going back up north. And then I get to go spend 5 days in Joplin.
You're going to the truck show, aren't you?
Yeah, I kind of got volunteered for that.
He kind of volunteered himself. Don't let him tell you.
I kind of
How you doing, Justin?
I kind of volunteered myself, but people caught wind of it. So now instead of me taking my trailer down there, I'm taking my truck and a recruiting trailer to the Joplin Truck Show.
There you go.
So how you doing tonight, Justin?
Doing all right. I'm just hanging out in Baytown, Texas. We're at 34. I got to run back down to Freeport. Keep running these Freeport to Galena Park loads for the rest of the month.
Stay out in the chrome shop.
Do what?
Stay out in the chrome shop over there.
There's a chrome shop over here?
Yeah,
Hey.
Nope. I don't want it. Nope.
Stay out of it.
I'll go broke. Nope.
You in Baytown, there's a chrome shop in front of the Flying J.
I'm good.
Stay out of there.
Nope. Oh, there is, ain't there? That's all right. The Speedco already got.
You want to come back in, Della?
Nope. Speedco already got $700 a day. I'm good.
Kenworth got about 4,300 out of me.
Well, you had to have your truck fixed so you can get out there and start making that, do that slow pimping that you do.
Killing me.
Can't be any worse than being stuck at a chrome shop because we know you definitely be broke then.
Hang on.
No, I'd never spend no money on no chrome or chicken.
I got a dollar.
He's got $1 for you to spend at the chrome shop.
That's all I got. That's
so
a dollar won't even buy us an LED light, Justin.
No,
A stripper will throw a drink at you over $1.
You might buy me a ketchup packet.
Right.
Wow. So I got a question for you and Justin and Kelly.
Uh-oh.
If you were able to, and I want to know why. I mean, you guys are owner operators. If you were in the area and Shelly had a load or something to be moved, would you all be able to move it and be able to take it?
it would be kind of hard for me to move something with this end dump. That's the only problem.
Well,
If
yeah,
it
you got a
was,
frameless.
yeah, if it was, I mean, yeah, I could probably move a couple pallets. Um, but to secure it would be another thing.
Right.
It's not like I can just throw up a couple straps like you can in a dry box, which sucks. But
They made hey, they made lo-
yeah.
Right.
they, they
I
make load
understand
locks.
that.
They make
I,
load
I,
locks for a tanker, so you can put them load locks in that end dump.
Oh wow, wow.
no, I'm
That
just
put
kind
it
of
on.
curious as to what would stop or what would stop someone from wanting to do that. I mean, from
So
wanting to
I, th-
be charitable.
I honestly, Shelly, I think a lot of people are just somewhat ignorant and don't want to do it, and I think a lot of them can't afford to do it either.
I pay the
Um,
fuel.
I think this
right.
right here. I think this right here might be part of the problem right there too.
As
I
long
mean,
as
I
they are
understand where he's coming
respectful,
from. Read it,
as
Justin.
Yeah.
long as as long as they are respectful about it. Have had tons of brokers tell me. Tell him what?
About relief loads,
Oh,
because that's what we are talking about with
right.
Shelly.
And if they're bringing in equipment like Kelly's taking over there, Dennis would be another good asset to that also because with the RGN,
Yeah,
Right.
he could
yeah.
throw
Because
pallets. He
either way, yeah, you can load pallets or anything big
Yep.
and bulky on it, or a piece of equipment going in.
well, and that's the thing on an RGN trailer, you got your front deck and then you got your rear deck, so you can actually stack shit on both ends, and then
And
you
you
can
got
put you a piece of equipment there in the middle in the well.
28 foot of well, and most of your RGNs, 12 foot of it's got bottoms on it, so you can put pallets on it. Yeah,
Right.
I'm getting
Yeah,
paid for it. I'm getting paid to take this excavator down there because
Right.
it's one of our contracts. It's a contract that we pull machines for. They're paying us to bring this machine down there.
But would you walk away from more money if you haul 4 or 5 pallets and I give you a receipt that you transported 4 or 5 pallets? You can claim that as an LTL load on your taxes and charge whatever.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
true.
yeah, it wouldn't be no problem as long as it wasn't where I'm hauling the machine I'm hauling now, because the machine I'm hauling now, if I put anything else on this machine, I can't get on this load, I can't get permitted for it.
Right.
I mean,
Is it visible? It would be considered divisible. I understand that.
yeah,
That's that's
I'm
that's the
94
only
94,000 pounds right now with this track hole on my back. So I
Right.
couldn't
yeah.
really put
That's
anything in there because I'd be divisible.
that's the only shitty part about being oversized right now because you can't even add to it.
No.
No,
You know, you
they
can't add anything to it at all.
yeah, they did away with. They didn't grant as many waivers this go around as I had hoped they would.
Right.
Uh, we just got the hours of service waiver, but you still got to use the ELD.
Right.
Uh, and I think Louisiana only gave us up to 88,000 pounds on state highways.
I ain't worried about
So
Louisiana. I got family down there. I'm good about that.
yeah,
Yeah,
but it's one of those. There's not a lot of exemptions, and y'all are the exception because of what you haul. And
Right.
a lot of people that haul open deck think that they can't help, and that's the furthest from the truth. You can haul pallets of water on a flatbed. I
yeah.
hauled a whole load of them on a Conestoga. I hauled refrigerated produce on a Conestoga in the disaster zone. Yep, I have refrigerated tarps.
Wow.
But
Them
but it's
parts are awesome, ain't they?
oh God, they're great. I'm waiting. I'm ordered the ice cream ones. I ain't got them in yet. But
You know,
but
during Katrina was the same way. I hauled
Mhm.
water out of Florida where I live at now. I moved away from home back in 98, but
Yeah.
I hauled water out of Florida to New Orleans back during Katrina.
Right.
I was pulling out of the springs over there by my house in North Florida at 125,000 pounds.
Yeah. They
8,000
didn't do that
gallons
this
of
go
water.
around.
8,000 gallons of water. They didn't care. We went, we drop them at Home Depot over there in Slidell, and we'd deadhead back to Nestle, grab one of Nestle's trailers, load 6,500 gallons on it, go back, drop it. By the time we got back, we would pick up our personal trailers and go back and reload them again. They didn't bother us at all.
Right.
That's back
Yeah,
when
they
that's when they gave exemptions like they were supposed to. They actually respected what was going on.
Yeah.
It seems like the I don't care attitude is actually hit everywhere, and it's all out for me. And I remember, like today, like 9/11. You remember on 9/12, everybody and anybody everywhere come out to help. Didn't ask for nothing out of it. They knew what happened and they were there to help anybody and everybody.
Yep.
And we've lost that in the last 20 years. It's like everybody's gone, oh, well, it's all for me and screw everybody else.
Yeah, me.
Yeah. And it's bad because there's only a select few that you can actually say, hey, Della's out doing it for the people. She's not doing it for herself. Dennis is out doing it for the people. He's not doing it for himself. Like Justin's out doing it. If he had a different trailer, he'd be like, yeah, no problem. I'll be there to help. Because, it might be next time it might be his hometown that gets hit with something and needs something brought in.
Well, see, stuff like this is going on. It hits me harder because I was born and raised in that part of the country.
Yeah.
I still have family there. My first response was when I seen where it was going was to contact my daughter, contact some of my family down in South Louisiana to make sure they were okay. Well, I have family that didn't leave for Katrina.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they passed away. I had family I lost in Andrew. I was still home when Andrew hit. I was a senior when Andrew hit. I rode Andrew out, and it was pretty bad. And
I was right there with you.
It was like me. I was in Orlando. We rode Andrew out, and then my aunt and uncle, they had their
3 different times.
And it's just like my aunt and uncle had a construction company. They went down there and they spent a year down there doing cleanup. They sure did. They sent all their trucks plus their equipment. I went down there, I think twice, maybe 3 times down there. I was still young.
And nobody realizes that. The people that aren't from down there don't realize that just because the TV cameras are gone and everybody's left, they rebuild. It can take 2 or 3 years for people to rebuild.
Yep.
Michael, they're still recovering.
New Orleans East. New Orleans East. Still looks like a war zone to this day after Katrina.
I believe it.
See, down there in Miami, they rebuilt Miami.
When you come over to Twinspan coming out of New Orleans, you come over to Twinspan, you go past NASA and the Chalmette exit. From right there to Pontchartrain, there's nothing anymore. And it's been like that since Katrina.
Dang.
There's still houses in Orleans East that still have
back in the day
that they ain't torn out yet.
And seeing back in the day, I used to be a part of the first responders for doing hurricane cleanup back out of Orlando. I actually worked for a company. It was A. Abbott Fencing and Grading, but A. Abbott actually, when they got their start, they were actually in New York, and they actually hauled, I forget how many tons of the Rebel out of 911. They were up there doing it there, and then they moved to Florida and dealing with the hurricane cleanup. We were the first ones. We were the first ones out doing the cleanup. I mean, I was out in the hurricane when you had Charlie, Gene, and Francis. When Charlie come through, we were out in it 2 hours after he passed.
Yeah.
And then we were out there clearing the railroad tracks, trying to get the railroads open so they could get supplies brought into South Miami. And then as soon as we get done starting to clean that one up, here comes Jean. Jean come in. She didn't do as bad, but she had a lot more wind damage. And then sat there and cleaned it, and then turned around, and here comes Francis. And I mean, we had three right back to back to back, and that was in 04. And
that was Louisiana last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We would get supplies in, and here come another one, and we're like trying to hustle to get it out of the strike zone, to save what supplies did come in. There's electric poles they replaced 3 times down there.
Yeah.
In a matter of 60 days.
Yeah. Because of the storms coming in the way they did.
Right.
Yeah, no,
I mean, it's the same thing with Florida. I mean, I've been through a lot of hurricanes. I've rode them out. I've worked them. I've cleaned them. So, I mean, I know on one end of the spectrum. I also know the other end of the spectrum because I've done both ends. It's working the machines, doing the cleanup, and then driving the trucks and hauling the stuff in. I've worked both ends of it.
So I guess
the bad.
My question.
The bad part.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Della.
Oh, so I mean, because when Shelly called me and asked me to do this load, I rearranged my whole week to get up here. Mm-hmm. So I guess I'm just curious. Would other drivers do that? Would other drivers, like if Shelly called you and said, "Hey, I have a load that's blah blah blah, can you go up and get it?" Would you move whatever you had to do that week to get up there to get it?
Yeah, I would. If I knew ahead of time and I had the right proper equipment.
Right.
Yeah, I would, because that's something that I know I've been through. I've been through it, lived it. I mean, but it also depends on if they've been through that situation.
Right.
And a lot of them, if they ain't been through it, they don't know what it takes. They don't know what it takes to get it done and go through that situation, because they're not there to visually see it. They can see it on the news. They can see it here on the internet, and they can sit there and go, "Oh man, that's destructive. That's bad." They can close that laptop. They can turn off that tablet. They can turn off their phone.
But in the same,
out of their mind, they don't pay attention to it no more.
But in the same instance, like Kentucky, we got all the flooding. Okay.
Yep.
And no, it's nowhere nearly as bad as what the hurricane is by any means whatsoever. But it's still, I know personally, I did stuff for my community to help them. But Lord, did I ever. But in the same token, natural disaster hits everybody. Everybody is affected by it. I have seen a tornado take out my neighbor's 2 trailers, jump my house. I physically watched it in the air, jump my trailer, take out the 2 trailers next to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
are like that, and I mean,
yeah.
I've seen them jump interstates, not even touch a spot on the interstate,
right.
And jump whatever and start destroying.
But but my point is, Charles, is natural disasters happen to everybody, and if you want someone to be there to help you when the shit goes south in your neighborhood, you got to be there to help somebody else when the shit goes south.
But it all goes back to what I was saying. It's who wants to take I don't want to say who wants to take. It's a lack of it's the mindset. Who's going to be the one that you know that's going to stand up and help? You know, the ones that are in the what happened to them right then and there are the ones that are going to stand up right then and there. But after that, after they get done rebuilding, and something happens to, let's say, the next town over, who's going to be the one that's going to sit there and say, well, you know, I got too many issues. I'm still working to do mine and clean up mine, and we're still working on ours. I ain't got time to run over to the next town and help them out. See, and that's the thing, because some of these people have that mindset, and that's I've seen it over and over.
That's the thing back home.
And it's all about this. If they can't make this on it, half of them don't want to do it. They just don't have the heart to sit there and go, hey, we're going to do this. I'm going to
How
jump out
can
there.
how can we bring humanity and heart and the brotherhood back into our industry?
Yeah.
Because we supply America through our normal day-to-day activities. And a disaster is the same thing, but on a massive scale. You're starting from zero, from nothing. And, yeah, I know this is our job. This is what we do. But it gives us the chance to actually meet the people that we can affect. It's not often a truck driver goes to the grocery store and backs into the dock and they're actually happy to see you.
Yeah. It's like
You
Dennis
know,
says. It's like Dennis says, lack of compassion and discipline to be part of the solution.
right.
Right.
Well,
I guarantee you pull in with a truckload of supplies, they're feeding you, they're hugging you. I've cried with these people. It touches you, because,
The only way I can see this, Shelley, and,
yeah,
and people might think I'm an ass, and I'll let them think I'm an ass. But the way it's going to have to be, the only way I can see is we're going to have to force it on them. And I don't mean we're going to, here, you're going to do it or I'm going to break your arm. But I mean, we're going to have to throw it in their face. Look, here's people that are compassionate, that are doing this for free, that are out here doing this to help the fellow neighbor. And we're just going to have to keep putting it out there. We're going to have to put it on them and let them, hey, it's not going away. You need to help. The sooner
yeah.
you help, the sooner this stuff will be better.
well,
One
And
truckload.
hey,
yeah,
One truckload.
I
one
can
truckload takes care of a neighborhood. That could be a
Yes,
neighborhood of 1,000 people or more.
more.
tell.
Yeah,
Hey, I can
anywhere from
tell.
1,000 to 5,000.
I can tell y'all this right now. I was born and raised down in the Mississippi. Creole people are some of the most loyal people you will ever meet in your life.
Hell
Yes,
yeah,
Yes,
they
they
are.
are.
a lot of us can't speak very good English, and a lot of us speak nothing but Creole dialect. I can promise you this, and Glenn Clay will tell you the same thing because he's from the same part of the swamp I'm from.
And I guarantee you,
I
Captain
guarantee
McGee
you,
will do the same.
after the storm went and did its little ordeal and got to where people could get out,
Mm-hmm.
we were out there starting to help neighbors and do everything else. Because I can promise you, when I grew up, Andrew and all the hurricanes that I rode out before I got in a little bit of trouble and had to go do my little thing and go to Florida, there was a lot of days that we waded through waist deep, shoulder deep water helping people. I got a friend of mine right now in Shelley. If y'all get to Kenner, Louisiana or Metairie, Louisiana, and y'all need something to eat, I have a friend of mine that is cooking for anybody that is down there doing rescue efforts, whether it's supplies, linemen, anybody, whether they're out of town, whether they're from New Orleans, Jefferson Parish, Orleans Parish, whatever. I've got friends of mine that I went to high school with. They are cooking food for people that are bringing in supplies for relief right now. There's people back home that are not going to have power for up to 6 months.
Yeah. I have a son down there right now. He said, "Mom, it's like a war zone down here." And he has court, so he came back up to Kentucky. But I know Kentucky people are that way too. Whenever the snowstorm hits, we get out, we check on our neighbors, we wade through stuff, we take care of each other.
Right.
And if we don't get that mindset back, the whole world, we're gonna go to hell in a handbasket. Well, we're already there, but that's beside the point.
Yeah,
Uh,
All I'm going to say is this. If you look at another driver and you call him brother, you better damn well be ready to step up and help him.
right.
Period.
right? That's
Yeah.
it.
And all these people all these people that step up and say trucking is a brotherhood, where you at? Your brothers in Louisiana need you.
Yep.
Yeah.
But see, that's the problem. That's the problem. A lot of these people out here nowadays come out here just for a freaking paycheck. That's the problem.
Hold up, Justin. It's all about me. You see what I'm saying? That's all they talk about now. Me. They don't give a shit about nobody else. And Shelly will tell you, I know you've been out here for a little while, Justin. Y'all haven't been out here as long as me and Shelly have. But just like Shelly said earlier, back in the day, if your ass broke down on the shoulder, you'd have 6 or 7 trucks out there.
I know.
With you.
I started seeing that. I started seeing a little bit of that here lately.
Yeah, now it's just like, oh, he's broke down. Oh, well, don't call on the radio to check on you or anything like that. Back then, everybody worked with everybody. We'd be in trucks having cookouts, having parties. Everybody.
Oh gosh, yes. But you know what, Kelly? 25 years ago, if somebody had stepped up and said, "Hey, we need truck drivers to help haul supplies into these people," you'd have 50 trucks lined up where we need to go.
Yeah, you would.
It's the lack of the brotherhood that is what's disappearing, because these companies and these training schools have brainwashed it out of the system. So when they come in, they don't know what a brotherhood is. That is like, that's another driver. He's a brotherhood.
But we have to show them, and you show people by example. Those of us that are sitting here saying we want the brotherhood back, we have to show them what it is.
Yeah, you have to prove it to them what it is.
But here's the problem with that. And Justin will adhere to it too, because I know he's seen it. He ain't been out here but what, 7-8 years now?
About 8 years, yeah.
These new guys, I know that, people like me and you, Shelly, we're starting to wind down because we've been in this business so long. These new guys that are coming in now, working for these big mega carriers, they're telling them, don't listen to these old guys. Don't listen to these old generation drivers. They're going to teach you the wrong way to do this, this, and this, and they're not going to do nothing but downgrade you. I have no problem with giving somebody my knowledge. I have nobody to give my knowledge to. My son's a master sergeant in the United States Army. All of my daughters are in medical school. My youngest,
Hold on real quick.
I'll break his legs if he wants to drive a truck. I'm more than glad to talk to these younger guys and give them some advice, but these companies don't want them talking to people like us.
Yeah, and then that's the truth.
To them, the way these big megas are. So,
I mean, and that's the truth. Real quick, Michael's sister, and he says on this, he goes, "You can throw a stone in a pond and make a ripple, but you throw a pond in the ocean and the ripple disappears real fast."
Very true.
And it's the truth. I mean, when you got a disaster, if you're in the local area, it stays. Everybody stays and helps. Yep. But when you put it in a bigger span, they only think about it because they're only there for a little bit and then they leave. And Scott, I understand you're having a bad internet issues. And brother, we will holler at you sometime tomorrow if you're going to bed, because I know you got to get up and get over to I think he's headed over to Phoenix, Arizona, is where he's got to deliver the parts to the crane.
It's like
So,
2 hours past his bedtime anyway.
yeah, he likes to stay up and watch. And then let's see. And as Mark says, Shelly is Shelly is right. Shelly and Kelly, we used to have a cookout on the road. If we didn't know anybody, they would still invited themselves when we all partied and party hardied. Every a truck broke down and gave you a helping hand. And if you needed a ride somewhere through a party store, or a parts store or something, uh, yeah, he said to a parts store, and they would give you a ride, and you didn't see shit that like that anymore. No, you don't see them wanting to offer you to a ride to the parts store. But I have seen it here in the last 2 weeks. I have started seeing more truck drivers, and it's not, and I hate to say it, it's not more of your white drivers or your black drivers. It's more of I've seen of the Mexican drivers that are
Yep.
running through Tennessee, and I've seen 2 or 3 of them pulled over at a time working on one guy's truck. So, if they can have that type of brotherhood and pull over and stop and help one another, there shouldn't be any problem with us sitting there doing the same thing. We need to get that mentality out of our head that, oh, I see you broke down, brother, but I got to get this load moving. I got to put this money in the bank. No, man.
Oh yeah, that ELD I can't stop. Yes, you can. You can take a 2 hour break and it stops your clock.
Well,
Yep.
yeah. The biggest thing is though, a lot of these guys don't have a radio.
Nope. And half of them don't know how to stop that clock because they're not taught how to stop that clock.
Yeah, well, and I mean, you sitting there, you see somebody broke down on the side of the radio, you calling them on the radio, and you don't get an answer out of them. You don't see them sitting in the truck. You see their four-ways on. You don't know what's going on, And every once in a while, you might get one that'll respond to you, and they're like, "Nah, I just had to stop taking 10-100. I'm good. All right, driver, I'm just checking on you, And they, a lot of times they'll be like, "I appreciate it." We don't get that anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it just things have fell bad in the last 15 years. And
I miss the old days.
Yeah, I mean, it has because, I mean, back in the day, Charles and Shelly, I tell you, shit, we'd be at a truck stop on the weekend, be stuck, and there was always a garbage hauler that had extra produce. There was always somebody hauling swinging beef that had some beef that they rejected because it had too much fat on it. Somebody else had a grill, and we'd all load up bobtail, and we'd go to like Sam's or Costco or to a Walmart, and we'd get beer and hamburger buns and whatever else we wanted, and we'd lock up the back row, and we'd just have a throwdown all weekend long, and everybody got home.
Yeah.
And whoever had the step deck had the dance floor.
Yes, ma'am.
That's
Yep.
That would be nice. I mean, I don't see why we couldn't bring something like that back.
Now, I'll warn you, I've been told some of the truck stops are telling people they can't barbecue on the back row anymore because it takes money away from the restaurants. But you know what? The restaurants are closed.
They're travel plazas now, Shelly. It's not like it used to be with the mom and pop stuff.
True.
So, yeah, they don't want to take away from the Wendy's and the McDonald's and the Arby's, I mean, we used to party in Eloy, and we used to party in Salt Lake City at Sap Brothers all the time. You can't do it anymore because nobody does it.
No. Back row drag races, bobtail drag races.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, Justin. Hey, Justin, you want to read that for me, please?
Scott says, just to let y'all know, Glenn delivered a 48-foot drive-in down south Thursday, and the people wanted to pay him. and he said the pay was a bottle of water and a plate of food, and he said the people were so grateful.
Yes, they are. Thank you.
Thank you.
People don't
Thank
believe
you.
it. Every little bit helps. And that you ain't got a halls for us. Haul for your church. If your church has supplies that needs to go down, check with your churches. Check with everybody.
See, when we have people working with you, it puts where you have supplies in different areas in different states that are going to that. Some of them could actually, this is the reason why we want to get with you, because you have a broader connection. So that way we have a broader connection with drivers. So if someone's in the area, it ain't going to hurt them a bit if they're going in the same direction to be able to snatch that load or snatch what little bit what they need or what they have being delivered, and then taking it to an end of a marker and maybe meet up with another driver that might take it off their hands, or someone from a church or something that can pick it up.
Yep, and that was the whole plan of the organization. I
Yeah.
just need a bigger network.
See,
Yeah.
there's a situation down there in the parish I'm from.
Hmm.
There's a mega church in that parish.
Oh, would his initials be J.O.?
JD.
Ah, okay, different one.
Jesse Duplantis. He's just like Joel Osteen. He lives in about a $25 million mansion in the neighborhood that I was born and raised in. He locked his house down and is not letting anybody within 100 foot of his house. He has security walking his property, and there's people in that parish that don't have power to this day.
I believe it.
And he's
Olstein
got
did the
power
same
and
thing.
everything else.
Yep.
And he's praising all this stuff he's doing on his Facebook page. And I've got people that I went to school with that live within a half a block of him, and they're doing without.
Hold on, Kelly. I'm gonna pull you out for a second, Kelly. We're having a little bit of breakup here. Let me pull you out and see if I can get this cleared up real quick.
Okay.
Well, I'll go ahead and hang up.
You're good. Because I also want to have you get out there with your stuff on that too. Where'd it go? I just had a thought and just lost it somewhere.
Shelly has a load that needs to be picked up in Louisville, Kentucky. When does that load need to be picked up, Shelly?
The actual Stuff the Truck event is on the 25th of September.
All right.
It's a Catholic church and other community organizations and businesses.
So what's your all right, so you're needing someone to pick up that load, and then you have all right, I'll put the feeler out. Anybody that's out here that knows anybody that can have the free time or it's going to be in the Louisville or Kentucky area that can run this load, give Shelly a holler at truckswithroomtospare.org. Where else can they reach you, Shelly?
They can reach me on Facebook or they can call me. My cell number is 859-361-0168.
All right. Yeah, because I'm going to try to do what I can and get more of this information out there. I'm going to try to reboost this show after it's done and try to get more of it out in other fields, because once it goes from here, I'm putting it on Rumble, and then it's going over into Twitch, and then it's going to go into Tiller. Right now we're on 4 different pieces of Facebook. We're also on YouTube right now under live. We're also there's another one that I got on here that we are live on. So, but there's 2 of them that I can't read the comments of because they're on a different platform and they won't interface with StreamYard. But and there's probably some other questions over there and some other stuff that needs to be asked.
Well, people are welcome to messages. We're on Facebook, Trucks with Room to Spare. You can send us a message there. My name's Shelly Conaway. You can send me a message on my Facebook. You can call, or our website has a contact us uh, little form that you can fill out and ask your question.
All right. Well, that's good. Yeah, because I'm gonna try to go over there and get that, and I'm gonna put it in that video, and so that way we have a contact information, so everything's there, and have all that set up for you. Because, like I said, I'm gonna boost whatever I can to get you more views, more people, more contacts, and
Well, thank you very much, Charles. I appreciate it.
and if
It
I
helps the organization and it helps us
Yeah.
get more people, and we can help more people.
It's not what you can do for. It's not what they can do for you. It's what you can do for them.
That's right.
Well, I'm going to get off here and I'm going down the road unless you need me some more,
Miss Shelley.
Charles.
Hey, Justin, read that for her. I think that's
Shelly,
directed to her. Yeah.
Shelly Scott says, Charles Bundy, I'm trying to put some stuff together. When I get off this crane move, I already have a truck and trailer that I can use.
Yay!
Yay!
So I will put him in contact with you too, Shelly, so that way that can be so y'all can talk that out and he can figure out what he can do afterwards.
There's
after he's done
something-
moving this crane.
There's something over in Shreveport, Louisiana, that needs picked up and brought
Yes.
over this way too.
Yep, there's some
I got you, Shelly.
That makes it easier. But so what do you think about this deal, Shelly, since we're now going to get off of that subject a little bit? What do you think about the deal with the issue of them trying to make the mandatory vaccine deal on your because from what I've heard today, that there's been a couple places that have been asking for it before you can renew your card already. And this ain't even supposed to be voted on until the 20th of this month to even make it a bill.
Al, president of a nonprofit, I'm speaking personally, not with my nonprofit. I've always been of the belief in anything people have choice.
Yes.
Me personally, I haven't had it. I haven't had the vaccine, and I don't particularly want to. There's a lot of people, that have underlying conditions that it's probably good for them to get it. But, it's still personal choice.
Yeah. Well, like me, I wasn't going to bring it up tonight because this is a whole different issue, but I have an underlying condition that's going on right now that stops me from getting that, because if it does, it will screw up any type of treatment that I will have to take care of the issue that I got going on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I went and tested. Scott Granger and his wife twisted my arm for about 2 weeks there about a month ago to go get tested and go get my shoulder checked out. All right. I actually have a spot on my back of my shoulder here. It's about yay big, and it's actually got another spot under my arm. I mean, I don't mean all the way up under my arm, but it's underneath the shoulder blade. And went and got tested, and it come back as positive for cancer. So that's what's going on. That's why I haven't been on doing a lot of shows here lately, because I've been talking with doctors, trying to figure out what we can do. They believe it's treatable. We can remove it, but they want further testing to make sure it ain't spread anywhere else and make sure it ain't trying to spread. But yeah, it's something that I've been dealing with, and I didn't want to try to bring that up. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is the reason why I haven't been able to get back in a truck. And see, and I didn't know. I knew there was a spot, but didn't. It wasn't enough for me to bother with it because it didn't bother me. So I'm like, hey, well, it ain't interfering with anything I do. But because from a doctor's point of view, they're looking at it as it's a health issue. So they want me to have that done before they want to sit there and give me my physical back.
Right.
So that's the reason, more of the reason why I've been sidelined. And it's not,
Well,
part of
I'll
it's
keep
because
you in
of
my
the arm,
prayers, honey.
but that's what's going on there. But yeah, I was not going to bring that up, but everything rolled out into it, but into this, and this is the reason why I said I can't take it because the vaccine will interfere with any type of treatment they try to use because of not knowing what's the full vaccine, depending on which one. If I did ever decide to take it, it would interfere. And I
Right.
wouldn't try to take it anyways because that's my personal preference. I don't want the vaccine, don't want it. It's not going to help me. And I've already had COVID, had it beginning of last year, and I've had enough antibodies in my system. It don't affect me. It did put me down for about 4 days when I got it. Yeah, I mean, it was brutal, but I was fine afterwards, and I've been fine ever since. So that's why I say I think the antibodies that come naturally are better for you than something that they can put in a shot. Because your body, that's the reason why you have an immune system is for this. It builds all this stuff up for you. Stop that, woman. Quit yawning. You're muted. You got to take your mute off.
Child, I'm bored. I'm sorry. I've been sitting
I'm
here and I
sorry. I
hate
don't
to
mean to
say
make
it.
it boring for you.
Not you. I'm just bored watching these trucks at this truck stop. I'm ready to roll and I can't roll nowhere. It's all good.
Yeah.
You
And
will
as Dennis said,
tomorrow.
yeah.
Yes.
And as Dennis says, everyone needs to talk to anyone that they can to spread the word for Shelley and Trucks with Room to Spare. Yes, sir. I agree with you 100% on that. But yeah, there's people that do know, certain people in my circle that do know about it. But like I said, if it wasn't for Scott and Karen Granger kind of twisting my arm and telling me that he was going to come up here and drag me out of my house and take me himself from Texas, and I told him try it, and I better know better than say that because he would. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and he told me some other stuff that, but all I can say is Scott does care about people and he does care about other drivers. And
Yes, he does.
I want to say thank you, Scott, for twisting my arm because now we know. Now it's the next thing is getting in and doing the treatment and getting it knocked out. But I just wanted to get your view on that and how you felt about it. I wasn't trying to put you on the spot, but I'm glad you did say what you said.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Well, everybody have a good night. I'm going to get back to driving.
All righty. You be safe out there.
If anyone wants brochures or copies of any of our materials, send me a message with your address and I'll be happy to send it to you if you want to learn more about what we do.
Yeah, because I think you even got an email that's on there. I think I got in that one ad. It even has a setup on there that it will automatically send it to you when you do it.
Yep, sure will.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, y'all have a good night and thanks for having me on.
Bye, Shelley.
Yes, dear. I am glad you stopped in. I wanted to get the process of how this is going and this is, I will show you this before you leave because I didn't show it in the beginning, which I should have because we got busy talking. This is Della's truck right here. She is hauling this right now. That's what she's got on the side of her. So if you guys are looking for it, this is their banner. This is Shelly's banner and logo for trucks with room to spare.org. So you will find her 501c right there. And that is her logo. You will see it. And that's the banner that Della is running down the road on the side of the trailer for this relief. So if y'all could, if you guys got anything you want to give her, get a hold of Della, tell her where you're at. If you're on her route going down, she probably wouldn't mind stopping in and loading it up, putting it on the trailer, and taking it with her. So just to let you know, but that is Shelly Conway with Trucks with Room to Spare. And that is their logo. That's their banner. And they are asking, this is disaster doesn't end with FEMA leaves. It does not end when FEMA leaves. Haul, donate, or support. Or sponsor, either way. So just to let you all know. And Miss Shelley, you have a wonderful night. Be safe. I know you're driving, so just be
All right,
careful.
y'all too. Y'all take care. Thank you.
Yes,
Bye,
ma'am.
Shelly.
Bye bye.
So you're just sitting in the parking lot watching trucks go around in circles, are you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, Justin, stop driving around in circles.
Dude, I did that yesterday.
Holy
they-
crap, that's a big house. I'm sorry.
They
Wow.
did. I had to do that
That's not
yesterday
even
because I had to do that yesterday because the company that I went to go load at, they fucking forgot about me, and I sat down there for 5 hours.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I like that. We just forget about the little guy sitting in his truck.
And it's a sad part because I was like, there was like 9 trucks in front of me, and every time we go in, we have to go to security, and they have to call back to the loading area, and they tell them where for us to go, and they told me to go to the waiting yard. Well, I went to the waiting yard, and then everybody's passing me. I don't get this.
I heard that. Dave Newland said, nice banner, Shelley. I know you're watching, well, not watching, but you're probably still listening. Dennis said, what did Dennis say? Come on. Dennis says, I need 2 banners. I'll put them on my truck. There you go. See, look at her, Shelley. Dennis is willing to ride around the country with it. Mark says, my girlfriend, be safe. Be careful. My girlfriend, be safe. Be careful. Get a hold of me, Shelley. All right. She will try to do that.
I am going to be stopping in North Carolina in Marlboro. Blah, 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 blah. No,
Mulberry?
it's Mebane. North Carolina at the Pilot. It's a I-40 and I-85 split at exit 152. I'm meeting a person there at 10 o'clock Monday morning to pick up some more stuff. If anybody has anything and you're in North Carolina, in that area, meet me there, please. I will be gladly to hop my little fat ass up in this truck and load it for you.
All right, everybody. You heard her. She said she's willing to hop her little fat butt up in that truck and load it for you.
I got a ladder. I'm good.
Stop. Where's the next stop after that?
I'm thinking
Where's
there's
your
going to
next
be
stop
one
after that?
I'm thinking there's going to be one in South Carolina also. I haven't got the details on that one, but I'm going to do live feeds all the way down. So if you're not a friend of mine on Facebook, shoot me a message and say, hey, I want to know where you're at. I'm probably going to take 95 down to 85, hit 85, and I had it written out, but I don't know where it went.
All right.
But hit 85 and go down that way. So, but yeah, I'm going to do everything I can to accommodate anybody I can to, fill the truck. I want to stuff the truck. I literally, I want to stuff this trailer.
All right. Yeah, that will work too. So, yeah, All right, so everybody out there, you already heard where her two next. Well, you heard her next location where she's going to be. Please try to help her out. Food, canned goods, water, whatever you all can just have left over or extra, you can bring her. Just bring it, and be more than glad to have it, and then they'd be more than glad to receive it down there in Louisiana. Because
Yes.
if it wasn't for Louisiana having the Cajun Navy, Texas would have been in a bad shape. So would have Florida, because they've gone out of their way, out of Louisiana, and come and help other people doing rescues and search and rescues. So I my hat's off to the Cajun Navy down there. They do a wonderful job.
Yes.
And I hope you do the same. Now, what's your thing on the vaccine? I mean, is this something
I'm not taking it.
you're looking to get there?
No,
You're not taking it.
absolutely not.
What about you, Justin?
Tell me
You
something.
look like you could do the shot of something.
I was talking to my wife a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
She read something to where people that don't take the vaccine are gonna have to be tested every week.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you ain't sticking shit up my nose. It ain't happening.
Did you hear what is going to be given to OSHA? That if companies don't have people vaccinated, and if they don't do the weekly test, that OSHA can now go in and fine the company for every person that's not vaccinated up to $14,000.
I heard that. I
Yeah.
heard about that.
We got the
Now,
report on it on Friday. And the
what's
boss man
kinda-
sat there and said, "Go ahead, find me."
What's kind of my curiosity is, being over here at Oakley, we're not employees. We're subcontractors.
Yep.
That's the thing about being over here at Oakley, because everybody is a subcontractor because we're all owner operators. And
Yep.
in the beginning, and as far as I know, Oakley doesn't care if you take the vaccine or not.
Mm-hmm.
They still wear the mask inside, whatever. So it's not mandatory for us to get the vaccine, but they did give people that got the vaccine a $2,000 bonus, which is fine, and there are some people that got the vaccine, and there are some people that had bad reactions from the vaccine. Now, am I going to take it? No, I don't even like taking needles in the arm. Come on, I scream like a 12-year-old girl. It happened. I scream bloody murder. It's funny because I can get a tattoo and I don't scream, but you give me a shot in the arm and I scream like a 12-year-old girl.
I can believe that.
I can damn near cut my finger off, the same finger 3 times, and I don't scream. But once again, I don't believe in it. I really don't, because once again, it's not a 100% effective vaccine, realistically.
But here's my thing. Unstated on the facts that if you get COVID, it has a 99.8.787 something survival rate if you get it.
Okay.
So why am I going to take a vaccine for something that has a 99.8% survival rate on it?
Okay.
In my age group. Okay. I'm not saying for everybody older. Now, like my mom has underlying conditions, which everybody knows. If she gets the shot, it will take her out. The only good thing is here in Tennessee, Ballad Health, which is the main people that do our hospitals now, have started giving Regeneron to the elderly so they don't have to take the shot right now. And for the ones that are immune, like my mom, her system's messed up. So they can give her Regeneron, which is the antibodies, not a shot, but the antibodies. And fill her up with the antibodies. And it
Okay.
takes it's an hour and a half process. They hook an IV to you, and then it runs through your system, which helps you. It boosts your antibodies and lets it run. You're not getting the vaccine, which will system down.
Right.
So
you're
that is a
saying
good thing because
so
that's the same thing for using.
so you're saying
Go
at
ahead.
your age, 99 point, we'll just say 9%, you still have a good survival rate, right?
Yes.
Okay. On the back of a bottle of Lysol, it says 99.9%. It will kill the coronavirus.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, instead of
And here's the funny thing is on the back of the Lysol bottle, it sat there and said it gives you everything that it kills. And before the pandemic, before they called it a pandemic, it says it kills the coronavirus.
It was on there 10 years ago.
Yep.
It's on there now.
Yeah.
You know, guys, here's my thing is they can say they've this thing is FDA approved and all that stuff, but it took them less than a year to get it FDA approved. There is stuff trying to go through now to fight cancer, to fight a common cold that's not even FDA approved. What the hell are you people thinking?
See,
Hold on. But see, here's the thing with that. Now, if you look, all right, you heard Pfizer got approved, FDA approved. All right, Pfizer. Who's been pushing Pfizer? Dr. Andrew or Anthony Fauci.
Right.
Fauci's doing it. All right. It's I don't want to mispronounce it. I think it's an NFA or NFS something group that's ahead that directs the FDA where it needs to go and who they need to have in place. All right. The lady that's ahead of that
Come on.
is married to Anthony Fauci. So if you don't think them two are working together to work improve, and it's only Pfizer that they're pushing. Only Pfizer. They're not pushing the Johnson and Johnson. They're not pushing the McDermott. They're not pushing what's the other one? Biotech. They're not pushing none of those, even though you got all those others that are there too. And you got the Johnson & Johnson, which is a one-shot, and still a one-shot deal.
Right.
So and then Pfizer's now telling you that if you get the Pfizer, you got your first 2 shots. Now you got to take a booster. You have to take 3 now. And here's the thing. And now you're going to have to take the booster the rest of your life.
Right.
This is the thing that gets me. The guy that came up with the vaccine even says, don't take the shit. Because all these companies have got their grubby hands on it, have screwed it up. And there is videos out there, and I've seen the videos, and I can't say that they're true. I cannot. But I've seen.
No, we're not doctors. We're not telling anybody you can or
we're not
you can't.
doctors,
and
I can't say
but we're
that
just giving
videos
our
are true.
opinions. Yeah.
But I've seen videos to where one lady was a vet tech, and they actually put a chip monitor for a dog up to it, and it popped up a freaking number.
Right.
Okay. The other night, I saw another video of a city cop, get his vaccine. You could see the shot mark. And he got it earlier that day. They put a magnet up to his arm. The magnet stuck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not putting anything metal in my body.
Yeah. Well, when you got an independent, now you got an independent scientific lab that does it independently, and they test this stuff to prove what's in it or what it's good for. When an independent lab and the head man comes out and sits there and goes, we don't know what all is in these vaccines. We don't have a clue. We're still trying to figure it out. And then on top of it, they said, yeah, some batches don't have metal, and some of them do have a metal in it, which we still can't figure out why or how it got metal in it. when they can come out and sit there and tell you, and this is out of Idaho, an independent lab out of Idaho that sat there and come forward with this. And there was like, I think 26 or 30 doctors with them that verified that they're telling people don't take the shot until we figure out what's all in it. And
Right.
see, Pfizer is supposed to have 14 days from the day it got approved for the FDA for them to prove everything that is in that shot. They still haven't come forward with the paperwork, what's in that shot or what they have changed.
Right.
There's an issue.
And I want even Dennis says, when I take a flu shot, I get the flu, so I don't get a flu shot for that purpose. A lot of people get the flu after the flu shot.
That's true.
It's almost like it enhances it. Okay, so if the flu is so bad and they have a damn shot for it, in which we know people have died from the flu, people have.
Hold on,
But
hold on. I got an important message from the horse doctor himself. Horse doctor himself has left me a message. Can you read it?
Charles Bundy horse warmer will kill a virus as well, and it will kill cancer as well.
Yes. Yes.
The horse doctor has spoken.
No, the mini horse doctor.
That's my bad. The mini horse doctor has spoken.
I mean, would they be classified as ponies? The pony doctor?
Maybe a pony doctor.
I mean, there's a strip club over there in Illinois called the Pony Club. He could be the pony doctor.
Right?
Well, there's one in Florida called the Pink Pony. So, I mean, you never know.
Right?
Yeah.
Actually, no, that is the one in Illinois called the Pink Pony. Oh, those are good. Okay, but anyway, Pony Doctor. Thank you for
yes.
Thank you for the horse warmer. And there is good stuff. And this is the thing that gets me too, because when I burned side of my body was it? It was my right side of my body. I burnt the whole the whole right side of my body. It was a flash burn. This side looked like Michael Jackson. This side looked like me.
Yeah.
My buddy that owns a farm, he used to raise cattle and all this stuff. He gave me some stuff that I could put. It was like a bacterial eating cream. I had, I don't know, probably a boil on the side of my belly about that damn big. And every day I'd put it on there at least 2 to 3 times. And the shit never scarred. I don't have a scar there. It ate all the bacteria, and it was an ointment, and it worked.
Yeah.
I take antibiotics for bowls. Anytime I have like an abscess tooth or I need any kind of antibiotics, I take a true horse pill.
Yeah. Or you can go to, I wouldn't say just anywhere, but you can go to most of your pet places. I will say pet places.
Right.
And you can get your penicillin for horse or snake, whatever. You can get your penicillin pills or shots. I got a buddy of mine. He gets the horse penicillin shot, and he pulls it out whenever he starts thinking he's getting a toothache or whatever, and he's starting to feel like an infection coming on. He'll take the shot. It's 500 milligrams. Pull out a shot, stick itself in the butt, shoot it, done. He goes, I'm good. Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's and it's funny because animal medication.
But I will say because of legal situations, we are not telling you to go do this.
Right.
We are not.
Yeah.
Legally,
don't
we are
go
not.
Do it.
Don't go do it. We're just saying this is what has been done, and this is what they've talked about. But we are not telling you to go out and run and do this. No, we're not.
This is not the show or movie Jackass where you need to follow us and do what we say.
No, don't follow us.
No.
Well,
I don't see Justin rolling out of a grocery cart.
But don't follow what we do.
Yeah. Follow the show, but don't follow us on our adventures.
Do you know that if you take a high dose of vitamin C, it will kill cancer cells in your body?
Yeah.
Well, and see,
over extreme sunlight will actually add so much vitamin D in your system
Right.
that it will knock out the flu, the sweats, the common cold. A lot of people don't realize that. That's the reason why you see a lot of people look like they're burnt. You're like you're in the sun a little too much, but a lot of them are done in a tanning bed. Me being a redhead, I can't be out in the sun very much because it will burn me like there is no tomorrow. My son, he's the same way. He gets out there, he can be out in the sun for an hour, he can come back and his head's just blistered. It's just, yeah, it's not good for a redhead. For some reason, the pigment in our skin is not meant to be cooked with sunlight. But I'm in the sun constantly.
Well, it's not approved. It's not approved yet. They are saying
It's not
May
approved yet.
22nd.
Yeah, that's that heart, that warmer.
Oh,
That's what he's talking about.
but see, here's the other thing too is I was talking to somebody the other day and they said that their friend had her and her family got COVID, and what they prescribed to her was vitamin C and vitamin D, and that's all they prescribed them.
Yeah. Why are they prescribing that and telling you to go home?
Yeah.
And then sit at home and wait until you get worse?
Yeah.
So that kind of tells you right then and there that there's something else more to it.
You guys, this has been around forever, just like Dennis said in the comments. We've been treating cattle for the same damn thing forever. I can remember back when I was growing up. We on East Texas, we treated the cattle for the same thing. Okay? I mean, it's been around forever. It's just they've played with it and mutated the strain to where it attacked humans.
Well, they did find out that this time, this last strain of the coronavirus was tampered with, and it's a man-made condition. That's the reason why it's affecting more people than it's ever done, because it's gain of function. Because right now they caught Fauci in lies. They've got emails and that he's done this with the Wuhan Institute. That he is under investigation now. They're trying to get him for attempt and lying to the Senate. And they found out it's gain of function because they now know that it's been human played with, and then it was released.
Well, ain't most of the major ordeals that really hurt us human messed with?
Yeah. And guess where most of it comes from? Well, it's like the common cold. The common cold comes from where? Comes from China. When you get the common cold, it starts in China and then spreads from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's it's a domino effect.
Yeah.
And we're taking a blunt end for it. Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Well, it's like Dennis says right here. I've had enough shots from the military to survive a nuclear attack. Laugh out loud. That might be the reason why his truck glows.
Wait, what do you say he cut out?
And I ain't saying it's the lights. I sat there and I said, that might be the reason why Dennis's truck glows at night. It ain't because of the lights. He said he had enough of that for a nuclear attack. Then it says he's laughing his ass off. Yes, you're right, Dennis. The right word is weaponized. You're right. And what did you say, Scott? No, I am talking about the vaccine. It is not approved until May of 22. So, see, this is what I'm saying. It's there, but they still ain't fully approved it until they get all the paperwork, everything that's in it, and it won't be fully approved until May of 2022. So
It'll
still a whole nother year.
have about 9 different names by the time that comes around.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kelly's right.
Right
They'll
now,
have
they're
at
already
least-
talking about the new strand is MU. Mutant.
Yeah, that's what
It's the
I'm
mood strand.
The variant has done went bye-bye. It's the moose strand now.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Delta variant's just hanging on
Moose?
by a tooth.
The
It's
Delta
a
variant.
moose now?
Yeah, it's called the MU. MU.
Yeah.
Oh my
Me.
god!
Yeah.
Hey, if you don't believe me, go over to the
What?
CDC. Go over to the CDC website and look up the different names that they have for the variances that are coming out. They have a list all the way up until 2023.
Yep. It's like 30 different names, ain't it, Charles?
Yeah, it's like 30 different names they got for it.
But I can tell you this from experience, because not that I won't take the shot. I can't. It'll kill me instantly.
Yeah.
My cousin's in the medical field. He is a high profile surgical tech for a very important doctor. My cousin spent 2 weeks in ICU because of that fucking shot. Him and the doctor both. It almost killed my cousin.
I wished I had the clip because I was looking for it today to put it back up because I was going to put it on here. But there's a clip from the West Virginia governor. All right, West Virginia governor sat there and said 26% plus of the people that they have in their hospitals on respirators right now as we speak are vaccinated people.
Yes.
And this is from a Democrat.
And see, the bad part about this whole ordeal.
Wow, ain't that funny?
It's funny, Charles. You know, they're talking about all these people that are not vaccinated and this, that, and the other. They're more prone to it and everything else.
Yep. Hey, there's our good buddy. We were talking about him a minute ago.
Yeah. Mom.
What's up, Mr. Glenn?
Mom has a lot of underlying health issues.
Oh, yes.
Mom's very prone. I have a lot of underlying health issues. You know this, Charles.
Yep.
I'm very prone to it. I've been all over this country during this whole ordeal. I ain't been sick once. And I very easily can catch it faster than anything.
Well, I mean, you figure, look how many trucks have been on the road. You know, when they did a shutdown, they shut everything down to suffer the trucks from moving.
Yeah.
And all the trucks have been in all 48 states.
Mm-hmm.
How many truckers have you heard out here that had caught the COVID during that time?
One.
Caught that while out here on the road while it's just them.
I know of one person
One person.
that caught it. And you want
Out of what? Out of what? 3 million drivers?
He never went to the hospital. He never got put in ICU. He never got all this other incubation bullshit.
Yep.
He tested positive and quarantined himself immediately
Uh-huh.
for 2 weeks. He's healthy as a horse.
Right?
It's a flu.
That's all it is. It's a flu.
Yeah,
It's a high flu. Just like with Joe Biden. I hate to say that some bitch's name.
Just say JB.
Dumbass.
Yes.
Hold on.
They're going to force all these people that have more than 200 employees and all this other shit. Okay.
100 now.
Okay. Do you know he's overstepping his constitutional boundaries?
Yes, we already know this.
Oh.
But he's been overstepping ever since he became office.
Right?
And the Democrats are allowing it to happen.
The governor of Florida. You know what badass he is, Charles.
Mr. Santas.
You know, when I walk into when I get home after the truck show and everything, I got to go redo my shit again.
Yep.
I into the doctor's office and they asked me for my fucking COVID fucking shot record, they're fined immediately.
Yep. He said that too.
$5,000 for any business in the state of Florida, whether it's a doctor, a hospital, a bank, a convenience store, a Walmart, your ass gets fined every time.
Hold on. Glenn, what's up there? Read that, Justin.
I tested positive for being my parents.
Prettiest kid.
I think
That's a good one. That's a good one, Glenn.
Well, how do you test positive for being the prettiest child when you drive a Volvo?
Hey, don't be talking bad. You drive a Volvo right along with him.
Mine's a Peterbilt now.
I don't know about that. It still looks
You
like
had
a
to
Volvo.
work- Hang on. For months, you classified your truck as a Volvo. Now you're calling it a Peterbilt. But didn't you just have the work done at a Kenworth?
Because Peterbilt couldn't touch it for 6 months.
I mean,
Well, that's because it was a Volvo. They didn't want to touch it with the Volvo.
your bunk's looking a little bit bigger. Are you sure you didn't trade that sumbitch in for a T680? Can you float gears like in an automatic like Scott?
Look, you little basic white bitch.
Dude.
With your little basic white truck.
I'll tell you this, I'm white. I'm fucking neon white.
Your little Starbucks basic white girl.
Don't be jelly, brah.
Hey, as Glenn says, don't forget about that extension on that automatic shifter there.
It's not one of these off to the side. It's the one that here's the console, here's the shifter, all the way out here. You know.
Yeah, and he's over there doing this. He's rotating it.
Hey, first he's pulling a dry box.
Do what?
Well, that's because he's in a Volvo. He's in a Volvo. He can drive a dry box. He's helping out the community.
Yeah, Glenn's got a dry box behind him. But that's my boy, though. I'll see him in Joplin in a week.
Hold on. What is this? There's a rumor. There is a rumor that there is a documentation that top officials got a saline shot, not the vaccine.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been seeing that float around there too, there, Dennis. We have.
Because Trump got the antibodies.
Yeah, he got the antibody shot. He got the Regeneron.
Yeah.
And the what is it? Erection, something like that. I forget the name of it. Elexon, I think is what it's called. But he's got the other one. He's got both. Felt like I got a ride with the window down extension so long. Woo! Better watch it, Glenn. You might hook corners and hang hard lefts with that sucker. Wow. Wow.
Motherfucker got to ride the damn zipper line because if he goes past somebody or somebody passes him, he's going to bust the damn window out.
I think you ride up to him in the passenger seat and sit there and flip his knob back to reverse.
He's probably got one of those medical arms, you know, that stick way out with the handle grip on it.
Yeah.
He can grip it and turn it.
Yeah. Glenn said, had a dry box. I'm back home. I just went to do a round to Houston. That's what he did. That's why he got a dry box.
What the hell, Glenn?
That's the reason. He had that new extension added to it. He couldn't do it with his
regular step deck. He was afraid he might hook it on something, so he had to try to
Try to drive in and make sure it didn't hang out there too far.
Yep.
I wish I would have known he was going to Houston.
Oh, he goes to
Out
Houston
here.
quite a bit. He's got family there, I believe, in Houston.
Hold up. I'll be in your neck of the woods Monday morning, Glen Calais. I expect some fucking bean pies.
Did you guys see what Dennis wrote? He had to cut a hole in the roof to make room for his shifter and all.
Yep. That's with the plunger with the little unicorn on top of it.
Jesus.
That way he can have his Rainbow Bright hanging out the roof. Sorry about that, Dennis, but hey, you're free game right along with them.
Right?
Glenn says that's why he always has oversized signs out.
He's always got to have a 14.
Yeah, you got to for that extension sticking way out here for that automatic shifter knob. Watch out, wide turns. I bet you he's got one on his blinker too, so that way it looks like he's riding a bike. Got both arms hanging out.
I'm dying here.
You know what?
COVID.
You know what's funny though? If you see Glenn pull up in his truck,
Yep.
looks like Glenn's about 5 foot tall, right?
Yeah.
Till Glenn steps out of the truck.
Oh yeah. And then when he steps out, he's like this giant.
Yeah.
Is that because the truck sits so low, or
The seats sit low. The seats are on the floor, and the truck is on airbags. So
yeah, they're literally on the floor.
Yeah, Glenn don't look as tall as he actually is when you see him pull up till he gets out of the truck. When Glenn lays the bags down on the truck and he opens the door up, he literally can go from the door to the ground. There's no stepping on the toolbox.
Gary Jones delivered to where I parked my truck at today.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Well, guys, I'm going to get off of here and go to bed.
All right. Well, you do that.
Thank
Be
you.
safe and just keep me
I'll
updated
shoot
with
you.
everything.
Yes, I'll shoot you messages, honey. I'll talk to you guys
I greatly
later.
appreciate it.
No problem. Bye, guys.
Later.
See ya.
Hold on. As Dennis says, 8 hangers are under the steering wheel. Talking about Glenn with his bike. 8 hangers. This is what he says. There you go. Read that one, Justin.
He looks like Coolio.
He does.
Huh.
And as Glenn says, stop it. I'm only 4'2.5".
Now that's a damn lie.
Yeah, I know it is.
Huh.
I think you make some people look like they're midgets.
That ain't no shit. I'm 5'9".
Dennis said he had to recorrect that. Julio.
My size.
Chulo. Him and his 8 hangers. All right, let me take a break for a minute. I'm going to play a couple of videos real quick. We're going to take a break.
Break time.
Break time. Break time.
Ask me how I did it, I'ma just tell him I rose up. I'm a survivor. Fight for my life. Coming back stronger. I will arise. I'm a survivor.
Outsiders, some call me a renegade, the enemy. Throw your hands up if you feel the same. Oh, living life at the edge, just a fearless heart and a taste for the other side. I was a crazy ass kid, all the shit I did, I'm amazed that I'm still alive.
They thought I'd change with a little bit of age, but you know I never will. It takes too much time to walk a straight line. I don't have time.
100 cups of coffee, 500 cigarettes, 1,000 miles of highway, and I ain't got it yet, but I'll keep on moving. I keep on moving down the line. Ain't nothing in my mirror, just a cloud of dust and smoke. What do you expect when some old trucker's heart gets broke? Truckers' hearts get broke. But these big wheels of rubber gonna rubber off my mind. Yeah, I'm a highway junkie and I need that old wide line.
Yeah, I like that last one. That last one there. That Freightliner looked pretty sweet.
I think
did.
that green truck of that video. I think that
Which
green
one?
truck of that video you got, I think that's a TikTok truck.
Which
It
one?
is.
That green Kenworth?
Yeah.
Or the green Peterbilt?
Yeah,
that
play that
Peterbilt?
again right quick.
I caught him running. I was behind him and then in front of him. Yeah, I caught him.
These plains and prairies, Rocky Mountain highs, fade off into the distance like ghost riders in the sky. Black smoke and white line, steel horses side by side. It's more than just a living, y'all. Hell, it's our way of life. We're the last of the cowboys, the giddy up gone boys. 18 wheels on the concrete, it's a slow and dying breed, rolling like jazz.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I had him on TikTok. I'm looking at different truck. Same truck, same basically setup.
Yeah. You like the one that's painted almost like Rob Hallahan's, but it's not the Mountain Dew green like Rob.
Yeah, it's a
green
lime green.
Yeah.
Same thing I'm using for the names. Yeah.
What are you doing showing poor man people?
What do you mean?
I
can break out some internationals. You want me to break out some internationals? I can do that for you.
As long as they're old school ones.
Here, I'll show you. Here's a rich man's truck right here.
I was born in the rain on a Ponce train underneath the Louisiana moon. I don't mind the strain of a hurricane.
Now that's a rich man's truck.
That's Kelly's favorite truck.
Suburban.
That's Kelly's favorite truck.
That's a Turbine Suburban.
Turbine Suburban. Damn.
Look, right now, anything's my favorite truck besides this big old pile of blue piece of shit I'm driving.
Oh, you heard it. He called it the big blue piece of turd.
Yep.
Look.
And here he tried to get me to buy it.
I know. Look at her. And he got that thing all polished up and shining. So is that saying it's a shiny piece of turd?
I'm waiting for everything to get fixed and then I'll buy it.
It's got
there you go. Look, it's already got a new motor. It's got a new tranny. Now it's got a new rear end. Just wait for the other rear end. You'll be good.
Look, I put $12,000 in this truck in less than 2 months.
I know. Oh, and it's got a new fuel pump too.
Yeah. It's got a painted dash.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, now I got to spend $6,500 on a set of tires. Let me borrow some money, Justin.
That's funny because I dumped $30,000 in mine in 5 months.
In the last year, I probably put 50.
Where's it at? Well, you got to get a whole set?
Yeah.
No doubt. The brain is too white. Laughing my ass off.
I'm not just going to put 4 fucking
As
drivers.
Dennis says. Dennis Heck says they don't.
Drives.
I'm not fluent in Mexican. And as Glenn says, Dennis Hicks, I'm half Mexican, so I understand. I love my Pro Star. There you go. There you go. Right there it is. Him and his white little Pro Star. Let's see. This is for Kelly. This is for Kelly. Kelly Shane Richardson, I'm still waiting on that video. Won't say or what. Won't say of what, but you know.
Charles.
What got me? Why are you hollering at me? He's hollering at you.
He's talking about you. You got the videos of his truck.
He said Kelly Shane.
Yeah, it says Kelly Shane Richardson. I'm still waiting on that video. Won't say of what, but you know. I will be that guy. What video?
Oh. I know.
Yeah. See, look. Try to pass the buck real quick, and then he realized what he was talking about.
I thought he was talking about the videos you got of his truck, but I know what he's talking about now. You might get to, hey, Glenn, you might get to see a replay of that in Joplin.
Hold on, where's he at? Hold on, where's he at? Where's he at?
Video he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm trying. I can upload that one too. I'm gonna try to upload it real quick. Just give me a minute. All right, it's been sent, Dennis. Oh, you just put a little motor like we did in my truck. And as Dennis says, Kelly and the sheep video. That's the video he's talking about. Not sure if I'm able to make it with the storm hitting us as bad as it did. It's crazy damage here. Well, we can understand that, Glenn. That's the reason why I had Shelly Conway and them on tonight. They're doing their deliveries. Della Hoover is delivering a loaded tractor trailer. She's picking up the stuff on her way down to deliver down there to Louisiana. So she's bringing a semi-load of relief goods.
You just tell Glenn to have my team pies Monday when I get down there.
You heard him, Glenn. I didn't say it. He did. What's that, Mr. Hicks from the state?
What's going on, ladies?
Oh, shit. Dennis is here. I got to go.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
Hicks from the state.
Look. You can already tell he's glowing in his seat. And then even his cab lights. So he must have got too many shots.
He's glowing just like this damn rag behind my chair.
Yeah. Is that your pink rag? Is that your pretty little pink and green rag?
No, that's his diaphragm. It's actually orange.
Is it really? It looks like a pastel pink.
I know, right?
That's his diaphragm.
Diaphragm.
Hey. Is that that new rag you got from Jizzles?
Yes, and it works great.
Oh shit.
I don't know if that was the right word.
That was hilarious.
That some bitch mops up everything.
Yeah. It's better than the Mr. Quicker Picker Upper.
My goodness.
Oh,
What did Glenn say?
I did a free load, deadheaded to Houston, loaded a box, and delivered it about an hour north of my house. The people was in tears when I told them I didn't want a penny for doing the load. Well, Glenn, you're gonna have to tell me when you're back in town. Oh my God, Echo!
I know.
Charles?
Can't
You're a
be using
bad
20 phones
producer.
at once, Charles.
Yeah, Glenn, you're gonna have to hit me up when you're back down in this area, because I'll be in this area probably till the end of the month of September.
Glenn don't get out of Louisiana. What you talking about?
Do what?
Glenn don't get out of Louisiana.
Well, he just said he went to Houston.
That's still Louisiana. If you think about it. From his house, it ain't that far. It's only a couple of hours.
Charles. What is Charles doing?
Hell,
Sorry.
Why are you trying to run 2 phones at once, Charles?
There's a reason. That's the reason. Hang on.
yeah, what you doing, bud?
There we go. And that better?
Yes.
No.
Okay. All right. What
Yeah,
was
there
you
ain't no
doing?
echo in it now. I had to mute it.
I was just trying to figure out why you had 2 screens going on at once.
He walked off.
No, I'm here. There it is.
Sitting over here in Tulsa waiting to go to Missouri in the morning.
Are you? No, I have to do that because it won't let me. If I try to upload a video into the program, it'll screw up this because I actually have to leave out of this and that ain't what I'm doing. So I have to use my phone to upload the videos.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
So you see where that going at now?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That's better.
So yeah, tomorrow I'll be running up there by St. Louis, and then I'll be delivering Monday morning.
What I'm gonna do? Deliver Monday morning, then turn around and go grab another one. Go back down. Then I'm gonna pick up in Thibodeau and go north. Then I'm going to the yard. And then I'm going to get the trailer, and then I'm going to hang out in Joplin.
As Glenn said to somebody, okay, I'll holler at you the next time I'm on that end, which means when he's on that end, because it's a 6-hour ride to Houston from here.
I'll be here till the end of the month.
I don't give a damn. I want Glenn to tell me he's gonna have my damn bean pies when I get there Monday.
Hold on, I gotta see.
Your bean pies. Your bean pies is irrelevant to mine and Glenn's conversation.
Hey, Glenn, I don't know if it has the other one in it because I did not edit this video yet. I have not, but I know. There you go, Glenn. Like I said, when I get a chance to edit the rest of the way, you'll be all right.
You see that big old gorilla get out that damn truck?
Yeah.
Only thing I saw was leg.
Yeah, but
you
it's only
never
4'2"
seen that
though. It's
damn
only
touch
4'2" and a
himself.
half.
Yeah.
Maybe to the hip.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, we know better. We know how Glenn is. He's a big boy.
Yeah, Glenn's a big boy. He ain't no little fella.
No. Nope, that's for a fact.
Felt like
So
a
what have you
midget
been
when I
up to,
stand next
Dennis,
to
besides
Charles.
playing around in the truck stop?
I've just been out here trying to turn pennies into nickels whenever I can.
And stay out,
Other
and stay out of trouble.
no, I don't do a very good job of that.
No. So how was the kids' football game?
The kids' football games were pretty awesome. Both of them won. My son got offensive player of the game, which was really funny because, I mean, he got offensive player above the quarterback and the running backs and the tight ends and everybody else. So that was pretty phenomenal. He prevented 9 tackles on his own in his first game.
Nice.
They literally put 2 of the largest kids
Glenn's
on their
giving me help.
team. No, they literally put the 2 largest kids on the team up against him, and he held them both back.
Nice.
So,
Well, I mean, he is the same height as you and same build as you.
he's an inch taller than me, and he now outweighs me by almost 20 pounds.
Really?
He's that
Yeah.
grown.
Man, he's done a lot since we've seen you in April.
He's benching 275, and he's deadlifting 140 10 times.
Damn.
He's grown that much since April.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
He is now an inch taller than me. He's literally right now his max is 275, and then just last night he was over at one of the Army booths at the home game, and he deadlifted 140 pounds 10 times.
Wow.
All because he wanted an Army T-shirt.
you remember how short?
Damn.
You remember how small and short Anthony was, Dennis, at Wildwood?
Yeah.
He's almost eye level with me now.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, it's something in the freaking water. I'm waiting for Sean to get it.
Yeah, he's grown that much since April.
Damn.
Sean is 4 foot tall, 57 pounds.
Sean's
And
ready. Damn.
And at the Army booth last night, my wife told me that he did 21 pull-ups in 45 seconds.
Well, Sean's he's a stout kid too now.
He's a twig. He's a
but
twig. But he's a twig that can do one-arm push-ups too.
Yeah, but he might be a twig, but he's all muscle.
Yeah.
He's all muscle. He's bone and muscle.
He can do one-arm push-ups on both arms. He at 57 pounds, mind you, he was like, I want to do the deadlift. And they're like, you're not going to be able to get that thing off the ground. He goes, yes, I can. My wife said that he only got it. He probably picked it up less than an inch, but he literally picked up 140-pound deadlift about an inch off the ground at 57 pounds. So they took the weights off the bar and they did just the 45-pound bar by itself, and he did 9 in 45 seconds.
All right, real quick. Glenn says he's got to go. Y'all be safe out there and have a good one. I'm going to lay down to get some rest. I have a lot of cleaning and trees to chop tomorrow, trying to get my yard cleaned up. Yes, sir, Glenn. You have a wonderful night. I'm glad you stopped in. got to have a little bit of laugh and have a little fun out of it. And we appreciate you stopping by and saying hi to us.
I want my damn bean pies, Glenn.
Tell him as soon as he can get rid of that Volvo, you let him have some.
And Glenn, I came on specifically to be able to say the word correctly because Mr. Whiteness over there can't say the word cholo. So just for you, Glenn, sitting so low, you look like a fucking cholo. Now we got it covered. Now it's been said correctly. My
hang on. If you only came on here just for that, you're done. Goodbye.
I hear you. Good thing you ain't got the power button.
Hey, Dennis, read what Glenn said to Kelly.
A pinto bean pie.
Yeah.
Because I got you a pie, all right.
It's fucking cool.
Hey, Glenn, just make sure your handlebars, your gorilla bars are not in the way of the steering wheel tomorrow. That way, when he shows up, you can actually show him what it's supposed to have. That extra extension on that automatic out the window.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, no. Hold on. See. It's a 4-ball.
Yeah. Yep. It's a number 4 ball. That sugar looks nice on there.
Yeah. And that's with the 18-inch extension.
Yep.
That's the same one that I had in the blue truck. I just didn't have the 4-ball.
You just didn't have the ball on it, yeah.
So I should have got the 7-ball, but it wasn't purple.
Oh fuck.
Way to go, Justin. Way to go.
The hell did you do? Blind yourself?
He just blinded the hell out of himself.
Yeah.
And we got that on video. So that means I can go in here and edit and cut it and keep replaying it on a short loop.
Right.
That's
I don't know.
cool.
It might seem, hey, that might end up looking like a strobe light if you make it tight enough.
No, because I said to say he's been touched. He was blessed. He's seen the light. Finally.
Right.
That's messed
It
up.
sure ain't his fucking vocabulary for enunciation. I'm sorry. Big word. I apologize.
Yeah, very big word. It was more than 3 letters. Cut me some slack.
Well,
Read that,
okay.
Justin.
Didn't think 5 was that difficult, but
If I can. My shift is short just like my wheel.
Yeah, he does. He does. He's got a little 14-inch wheel on his damn truck.
Yeah, he's got a 14-inch steering wheel on that sucker.
hey, Glenn, you need to take it off, and you need to put the old school fucking Cholo chain wheel on there.
That's what he's got.
No,
No, they make it as small as 8 inches.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's fucking tiny.
He'd be working his arm out forever trying
It'd take him like 30
to
turns in
turn
each
that
direction.
sucker.
It'd take him like
That
30
sucker.
turns just to go right.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to back into a parking
Can you imagine
spot
him trying to
like
back
this.
in at an angle? I
Fucking
can
look
see
like
him now
wax.
trying to back in at an angle. Yep.
It looked like wax on, wax off.
Just in hyper mode. Damn.
Be like, Daniel-san.
Yeah. Strobe left, strobe right. You get in there good and tight.
Man, you want to talk about getting a workout. Imagine trying to literally take an 8-inch steering wheel. My God, that would be exhausting.
Like off of like a 64 Impala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You'd have to.
Glenn says, I wanted to, but my boss said he couldn't drive it with the one I have in it now. Damn sure not putting a smaller one in it.
Yeah. Now.
Yeah, I can see it now. Yeah, he's like, no. If he's having a tough time now, I can just imagine what it would be without a little wheel. Hold on,
Man,
Glenn. We gotta get a video of this.
you would have to put a fucking elbow knocker on a wheel that small.
Yes.
It'd be like turning a forklift. You'd be like,
Yeah.
that'd be one hell of a strong ass arm at the end of the week. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah. He'd have to do one arm each day and give each arm a break the other day. You know. I can see it. 3 turns just to make it merge in the next lane. All right, we're there. Back.
Oh, God forbid trying to do a button hook on a turn.
Yeah.
Oh.
you'd be like, and then have to come back for it too.
As Glenn says, my wheel is big gut friendly. I never hit my gut on it.
I always keep mine up by the dash, so
Telling you.
I push my wheel away from me.
Try to teach it. Try to keep it old school. Sitting up top. Swingo.
Lay it on the floor.
I have mine in school bus fashion. My shit's way the fuck up there.
Yep.
I can't
Really mess people up. You can really mess up people if you got the telescopic one. Then you can sit there and lean it all the way forward, telescopic all the way up, so it sits above the window. And then you got your seat lowered all the way down. And they're sitting there going, "My God, look, there's a kid driving that thing."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I've got the telescopic wheel. So. I'm barefoot.
Oh, you see what he did? He said, "I melted the stops out and laid it down low."
Yep.
Yeah.
So you got to take a damn soldering iron or heat gun.
Yep.
And
Melt the lead out of it.
Melt them stops where they'll break apart, and that bitch will lay down on.
Oh yeah.
That's what I've done to mine.
I don't want to feel like I'm driving a car. I'm driving a truck.
I just got to take the damn time and effort to pull the steering wheel off and put the one I got in the damn bunk on. I was supposed to do that when I was home, but we were doing all the shit at the house and trying to do my dash and my interior, and I ran out of time.
Yeah.
Bad part about it, I got $1,000 worth of floor laying in the damn bedroom of my house that was supposed to go in my truck.
Glenn says Kelly's seen it. They put a lot of work on the inside of my truck.
Oh yeah, that truck's got a lot of work on the inside. A lot.
I can believe it.
I finally got my vinyl ordered.
Did you?
Yep. Yep, got my vinyl ordered for the dash, all four platforms, the vinyl for outside the truck, the trim for the front fenders, and I've got trim, although I have not ordered the pieces yet. I've got the vinyl trim for the shock mount covers for the back. That way they would be matching everything else. And then when I can afford to get the shock mount towers covers, then once I put them on, then that's all I got to do is put the vinyl on.
Hell yeah. Glenn, what are you talking about? You just put a new little motor in it.
I know a guy that has a secondary sponsorship from Roadworks that could probably get them shock towers at his cost.
Right now, I'm still trying to decide which ones I even want.
I'm just saying, I might know a guy that has a secondary sponsorship by Roadworks.
Oh, so you better call up Jacob Bonham. He's got the sponsorship.
Jacob got a primary.
I'm messing with you now. I'm messing with you, damn it.
I hear you.
But what the hell does he mean? He's put a new little my ass.
Little my motherfucking ass. That bitch got a fucking 1,200 horsepower cat in that goddamn Volvo.
Hell yeah! It's a new motor in my truck. It's a C15. Decided to lock up on me a month ago or so. Ooh, that C15 locked up on you? Damn! Somebody didn't do something right for it to lock up. They didn't build it right.
That bitch he had in that truck was eight.
Is that a C15 with a six? Is it a 6NZ? Is it a 6NZ bottom block with an Acer top?
The old motor, I think, was a 6NZ that was in that truck, and it was like 800 horsepower, I think.
Yeah, but see, if they do the double build, where you use the 6NZ block and you put the Acer heads on it, it almost makes that motor like a bulletproof. You can get unbelievable torque and horsepower out of it. But
I'm scared of them Acer motors like that, though.
Yeah, but that's the Acer it's got its own block and head. But if you actually use the actual C15 cat motor, the actual cat motor block, and use the Acer head
with the Acer head on it,
with the Acer head on it, you can get hellacious horsepower out of it and torque.
Yep,
and it makes that motor bulletproof.
Yeah, but
it's able to handle more heat and abuse to it.
But can you single turbo that Acer head though?
Yes.
Oh,
sure can.
Okay.
Yep.
I was gonna say because the Acer top end is a damn twin turbo.
But that's actually for the whole Acer motor. That's for the whole Acer motor. It's the actual Acer motor is actually a twin turbo. But if you use the 3406 B or E block and use the Acer heads, you got one hell of a motor.
Yeah, you get a bulletproof 6NZ.
Yeah. And this is what Glenn said, 3,400 foot-pounds of torque to the flywheel, about 1,500 to the ground. C18 single turbo now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. He went to the big boy.
Ass to it.
He went to the big boy.
Yeah. And probably still pulling 6.5 a gallon.
Yeah. He said the C15 was 1190 to the ground, and it was turned it down to about 850 to 900.
Yeah.
Yeah. And seeing that one there, that's the regular C15. So they did a better deal on this one, because this one right here, like I said, when you get 3,400 foot-pounds of torque to the flywheel and 1,500 to the ground, that's because it's the block and the heads were changed. And he's right. He's getting 6.8 miles to the gallon.
That's a marine motor.
Yep.
Shoot.
Yeah, that's a big boy sitting in that truck. I'm telling you, that's a big motor.
He don't want none of this.
He'd eat yours up alive, Kelly.
Yeah, because I got about half the horsepower he's got in that C18.
Yeah. And twice the torque. Almost twice the torque.
Well, I got 2250.
And he's running 3,400.
Yeah.
I got a little tidbit for you. That blue truck that I had.
Yep.
I found out why the transmission exploded.
Torque.
It was an international 18 speed.
Well, the problem is the VIN on the truck was swapped. It was actually a 2013 VIN. Or it was a 2013 truck with a 2018 VIN. So when they turn around and match the transmission, they matched a 2018 transmission to a 2013 motor, which overran the torque and blew the gears apart.
That'll do it.
Damn.
And it turned out all the trucks that the guy that I used to work for, all the trucks that he bought from him, 7 of them were stolen.
What?
Damn.
He's got a big lawsuit against the guy right now because I mean, my old boss bought him on the up and up, but they were stolen vehicles that were basically chopped together and sold to him.
Well, hell, you ought to be able to go. You ought to be able to get in that lawsuit too because you were actually paying on that truck.
I just talked to him yesterday.
It sounded.
I just got this information yesterday.
Damn. Yeah, because that's what I'd be doing. I'd be sitting there talking, trying to get into that deal and see get some of your money back.
Drive LLC has not one single truck that is below a 21 now. Every single truck that they have are 2021s. Or
They decided to go smart and buy legal. Yeah.
Yep. He's got a major lawsuit against this guy. If he wins and can get any money out of this guy, then he is going to spread it amongst the drivers. He let me know. He let me know because I got screwed just the same whether I'm still there or not.
Yeah.
So
You never did get money. You never did get your money out of them.
Nope.
Well, hey, Kelly.
Well, no, I mean I got my maintenance money and everything out of him. Yeah, I got that.
Kelly, Glenn says he has a problem.
What?
He says he gets passed by Volvos all day long. He has a problem.
Damn.
Yeah, he said that was his problem.
And put it in the big hole.
Glenn, getting passed by Volvos and parking lots don't count because that's the only time they can speed.
That's fucking true.
Glenn says I had a guy yesterday in a Dodge tried to play, and I let him get 2 lengths ahead of me at 70, and I ran him down like he was stopped. Damn.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I bet you that bad boy was rolling out some coal out of the stacks too when he sat there and looked back and said, "Oh fuck, I picked the wrong truck to mess with."
Fuck around with his blue Volvo like that, Glenn. Me and you going off in the bayou.
Glenn, you hear that? He's gonna cheat. He's gonna put you in the water. He ain't gonna try to outrun you.
That bitch would do me the same way.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to run you in the water from behind you.
Shit, Glenn. That truck Glenn got fucking fast. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
fucking run.
he ain't gonna have to run you in the water. I mean, you know, if you're already behind him.
Yeah, and you can try to maneuver that trailer all you want. He can just hammer down on it, walk away from you, and straighten her back up.
I take the whole road up.
Kelly's gonna do the old fishtail maneuver. He's gonna fish it all over that road. He can't get by anywhere. Damn. All right. We're going to do another little skit here. Let's see what we got. Hold on. What Glenn put up. Glenn sat there and said, got to the top of the bridge at about 110 and let off. He had a CB and said he never even seen a truck run like mine, and I wasn't even giving him all it had, or he wasn't giving all of it. Damn, if he can walk to the top of the bridge at 110 from 70, and he wasn't even giving it hardly any. Yeah.
Hey, Glenn, were you loaded or were you running empty?
It don't make a fucking that C18, that marine motor.
No,
I know. I'm just curious because his acceleration would be slightly slowed if he was loaded and still burn him down like that.
Shit.
Yeah.
Because if he was empty, he would have really, really fucking gauged him out.
Yep.
That 96 I had, the only problem I had with it is I wish that some bitch would have been an 18 speed, but it was a 10 speed. But I could rock through them gears quick, and that some bitch had punch. I know that one there was only a 650, and it was running about 2350, 2375 torque. But I mean, that some bitch would go quickly. And with them straight eights, yeah, she was humming.
Mine goes at a snail's pace now.
Ain't it always been like that?
No.
Ooh, damn.
No, bitch, it ain't. But I got a brand new rear end in my truck. Snail pace.
All right, I'm taking a break.
Take a break.
Big old Papa Jim right there. Yep.
How has Papa J been doing?
He's finally back out on the road and running again. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So,
Last time I talked to him, he was still trying to get that shit straightened out. That was a couple.
Yeah, he actually leased on with somebody, so he's got that problem taken care of. So he's at least he's up and running, making payments.
Right.
You know, and he's out there back out on the road hauling loads and making himself feel better.
Right.
And Glenn says to your question, his answer is bobtail, but I would have done the same with the load. I go to the west across I-10 with cruise on and climb the hills at 75, grossing 106.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. I used to run 100,000-pound loads of propane a lot when I had that 96. And, I mean, that some bitch would stomp it out. But that's probably the most powerful truck I've ever had is that old 96 I had.
Yep. Well, I know we're coming to the top of the hour of hour 3.
I hear you.
Well, I'm going to do this before we get off of here.
Okay.
And I'm going to do this. I'll play it again. But I want to say thank you to all the brave soldiers and the brave men and women that helped out 9/11 or on 9/12 to help get the people out and do the best they could. And we can't thank them and give them all our support that we can give them. But I do want to thank them, and I do appreciate all the veterans and everybody that has served overseas and here during that time and helped out to rescue everybody that we could rescue. So I will play this one in respect. I've taken my hat off, and this is for you guys. Let me get that comment off of there real quick.
And also for those
This truck
And also those for Flight 93.
Yes.
Because they were the only ones that prevented what their original plan was.
Yep. They sure did. And Glenn says this truck is just stupid. Laugh out loud. I'm about to put that on the back window. I like his answer though. But I am going back and taking that off the page. And we're going to go back over here. And this is to all you veterans and soldiers. And Dennis, thank you for your services, sir.
Thank you, sir.
This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream water. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me.
Any last words you want to give, gentlemen?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody. I was still active duty when 9/11 happened. I was actually in bed and I got woke up very alarmingly to being told that the Twin Towers were hit. So I kind of ran out into the living room in a daze, and I was just sitting there on the couch with literally with my face in my hands. I couldn't believe it. And it was extremely shocking and surreal, and it's the kind of thing that was really unheard of. It was the worst thing since Pearl. And you know, the sad part is it was preventable. It was fully preventable.
Yeah.
You know, the soldiers and the sailors and the Air Force, so on and so forth. You know, they don't have the option to volunteer when something like that happens, because they've already volunteered. So is all they can do is whatever they're ordered to do from that point forward. But it is not often recognized that they volunteered for the get-go, no matter what happened and where it happened. They are still volunteers. They weren't just doing their service. They asked to serve the country. You know, we haven't had drafts since Nam.
Yep.
So, you know, all of these soldiers and sailors and the Marines, the Air Force, Coast Guard, you'd be amazed at how much the Coast Guard does that nobody ever realizes. They literally travel the coastal waters of the United States all year long to make sure that people don't come and attack us from the water. They protect our American waters. And a lot of people don't realize what all they do. You know, they do everything from drug ops to protective services for the country. So the Coast Guard really doesn't, they are more of a silent hero than a lot of people ever realize. And I want to put that out because I know people from 20, 30 years ago that were in the Coast Guard. And it was through them that I learned just how much the Coast Guard does. They're not just a search and rescue. You know, they do a hell of a lot more.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you think of vet, especially a vet nowadays, you know, every single one of them, they are volunteers. They're not draftees.
Mm.
They haven't done the go to war or go to jail in a long time.
No. And a
So,
lot of them, look how many of them that joined after 9/11 that were standing at recruiters saying, sign me up, I'm here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Would you like to read that
So,
comment from Glenn Clay to you?
yes. Never forget, thanks to all who served and are still serving our great country. And thank you, Mr. Hicks. Sir, I do thank you very much. What I did was minimal, but it was whatever I was ordered to do. So, I mean, is all I did was I was a good boy and I followed orders. That's it. But, you know, if everybody follows orders, then everything gets done. So,
Yep.
I don't hold myself special. There's a hell of a lot of people have made a hell of a lot more sacrifices, and we're in a hell of a lot more dangerous situations than I ever was. So, although I do thank you, other people deserve that thanks more than I do. But
Spoken like
on that note, I do apologize, but I'm getting really sleepy. So I am also going to call it a night myself.
All right. Well, before you leave, I'd like to do a moment of silence for 9/11 and the 13 soldiers, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
Anything you got to say? You want to say, Kelly, real quick?
I didn't get to be involved in 9/11. I got out before that. I was actually sitting on the Brooklyn Bridge the morning that I watched the planes hit. That was something that you see in life. Ever. My biggest worry nowadays, I have a son that's a master sergeant. And right now my son's scared because he's scared he's going to have to go back to Afghanistan again for the third time because of this dumb idiot we got running.
Yeah.
Anybody that's had to go through the things that we went through in the first Gulf War and still suffering and still having with the issues, I understand where you're coming from. I deal with them every day. Today is a day, even though it's been 20 years ago, a hard memory in a lot of people's mind that had to go through that thing that happened first.
Yeah. I got two comments real quick. Glenn says to Dennis, minimal or not, you still served our country, and I have a lot of family that has served and still serving. I respect every one of y'all. And then Glenn says this to Kelly. Thank you too, Kelly, and prayers for your son and everyone else out there. Thank you, Glenn. We greatly appreciate it. Go ahead, Kelly.
That's my biggest fear right now, and that's my biggest worry is my son's well-being because of what's going on over there right now. Because of the recklessness that this dumbass is doing.
Yeah.
And Dennis knows because involved when we had a Democratic president also, but that Democratic president wasn't a freaking reckless moron.
Right.
You know, I don't like them phone calls. Them phone calls when you get that says wherever your child is stationed at, you get that damn phone call come across your phone, you're thinking the worst. I don't want that phone call. I don't give a damn if the Army gives me $500,000 for dying in a war. That $500,000 don't mean shit to me. It's one thing. It's one thing to be fighting a war that there's a reason behind it, but fighting a civil war and a senseless war that I fought in, that is still going on to this day. I fought in 91, 92, 93. Why are we still fighting these people?
Yeah. Well, there's a reason behind that too, but we'll get into that to a later show because that's a whole nother show on its own, and I could tell you why that's happening. But as Glenn says, good night to y'all. Be safe. My wife is looking at me crazy. Guess it's my bedtime. Good night, Glenn. We appreciate you, brother, and you be safe. And if I was down in that area, brother, I'd be down there giving you a hand with a chainsaw and helping you cut up some of them trees and get rid of that stuff out of your yard.
Yeah, no doubt.
On that note, I'm going to go ahead and take my hat off. We're going to do a moment of silence for 9/11 and for the 13 soldiers. All right, gentlemen. I greatly appreciate you all both for your services and coming on here and just having a chat, because this is exactly what we did on 9/12, which is now 9/12. And this is what we did. We all got together, chit-chatted, and actually talked to one another. And we talked about everything that was going on and looked out for every one of us.
Right.
And we definitely got to have that back in the trucking industry, and we need to bring it back into this world and in our country, because a lot of people have forgotten what that's about. And I think that's what happened 20 years ago. They were doing the same thing, all me, 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 me. And then it happened, and it changed everybody with a whole new look. And I think I don't want to have something else like that happen for us to come to that. But I think we can do it all on our own too.
That's the really sad part, is that, and my question to the world is why does it take some terrible tragedy, some terrible, disgusting thing to happen for people to decide that, oh yeah, we love each other again?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Because there's so much hate and discontent and racial bias in the country. They want everybody
being forced.
Everybody.
Yeah, it's being forced to everybody.
Yeah,
it's not just
being pushed.
Yep.
Now we've got 200 or 300 Afghanians that are in the country.
More than that. A couple of 100,000.
That have just arrived here like in the last week or so. But
new arrivals, there's like almost 30,000.
Okay.
Yep.
How do we know they're not terrorists?
You don't.
We don't.
So guess what? The dumbass has just invited the enemy in our country.
Yeah. like I
It's
said, he's got something
it's
going
the
on.
democratic way. We do things on feelings.
Yeah.
It's amazing how we can save 30,000 refugees, but we can't save 30,000
Americans that are sitting over there on a tarmac. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got 13 kids.
Yeah.
All kids.
Yep. But they sacrificed their life to get ours out safely.
All 13 of them boys were kids still.
Yep. In between the age of 17 to 21.
Yeah. Every freaking one of them.
Yeah. So, but there's another show that's going to be coming, and we're going to be doing something about, we're going to be talking about this crap here. I know some people may not like it because it's going to be political, but guess what? We have to, because it's what's going on. That's what's going on, and it's trending right now. It's not just something you can go, oh, I don't want to get into it. No, we're going to have to get into it because
it's affecting
it's affecting everything, even all the way down to products not coming in on shore.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I will say good night, y'all. I will see you later, Mr. Hicks. You have a good night.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to go ahead and pull you out. Get some rest, and I'll holler at you tomorrow, sir. Mr. Kelly, get you some rest. I'll talk to you tomorrow. And I appreciate you being on. Really do.
I got 300 miles to do tomorrow. Big day.
I know. Well, at least your truck's up and running. You're not sitting anymore.
Yeah, been a rough 2 days.
Yeah.
But that's part of business, man. You know, what do you do? Shit like that happens, you know. You
have to go with the flow.
Well, you can take a shortcut and half-ass fix it, or just bite the bullet and do what needs to be done and have a secure peace of mind. And that's what I decided to do, and it cost me a day and a half. But I know my shit's fixed, right?
Yep. And then it's new.
Yep. Brand new.
All right, Kelly. I will holler at you tomorrow, sir.
I'll talk to you later.
All right. Later, brother. Well, everybody, that's it. And as you know, we are done. But like I said, we're going to have some more stuff. I will have more stuff with the bunch of other stuff for the military. I got some other things that are coming up. So we'll be getting into that. And then I'll let you all know more about my situation. Some of you already know it. Some other people that out here that do shows know about it. So just let y'all know. That's what I got going on me. It's on the shoulder. And it's under the charm. So it is what it is. But I do my work as long as I keep my body healthy, working, keep it in shape. They said I won't have half the problems, and they'll be able to take care of me. So, and that's what I'm looking for, because I'm staying on a positive note. And a bunch of other stuff to get done too. So on that note, I will say good night to y'all. And
100 cups of coffee, 500 cigarettes, 1,000 miles of highway, and I ain't got it, but I'll keep on moving. I keep on moving down the line. Ain't nothing in my mirror, just a cloud of dust and smoke. What do you expect when some old trucker's heart gets broke? Truckers' hearts get broke. But these big wheels of rubber are gonna rubber off my mind. Yeah, I'm a highway junkie and I need that old wide life.
Here I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. Here I go.